Hey there, it's Hunted from Plat Pursuit, and today we are diving into the legendary action-adventure title, God of War 2018. As usual, this guide strives to take you from 0 to the Platinum in as little amount of time as possible, all while doing everything we can to avoid the spoilers. All you need to do is play along and you'll have a shiny new Plat in no time. Before we jump in, if you like this guide and appreciate the content here on our channel, please consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 1K subs by the end of the year, and your support helps us make new guides every other week. Also, if you're looking for other Plat hunters, join our Discord at discord.gg/PlatPursuit. Now, let's talk about how you should go about using this guide. As I said in the intro, you can follow along, and by the end, you'll have found and collected everything you need to unlock the Platinum Trophy and even fully 100% of the game. This includes things like the legendary chests, Odin's Ravens, the various lore markers and shrines, optional enemies, and more that are required for trophies. What will not be in this guide are boss encounters, smaller, less important chests like hack silver chests and coffins, anything regarding builds or how to engage enemies, and anything story related. We want to deliver you a high quality guide while still letting you discover the game on your own terms. There'll be a whole ton of timestamps in the description and in the pinned comment, so make good use of those if you get lost or if you're looking for something specific. There are no trophies tied to difficulty, so choose the one which suits you best. Personally, I played on the default Give Me a Balanced Experience difficulty for a majority of this guide. With all that said, let's jump in and I hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome to the God of War 2018. We have a long way to go to get 100%, a lot of things to collect, a lot of things to see. I'm going to do my best to take you all the way from here until that coveted 100%. We've just started. You're going to go through a little bit of a prologue before you get to this point. Eventually, you will take control of Kratos following your son here on a little bit of a hunting journey. So right off the bat, you're going to want to turn to the right and grab this. This is the first artifact of the game. There are 45 to collect, and I will show you each and every one of them as we go along. So go ahead and do that. All right, back at the foot of the stairs here. We're getting ready to go up. Grab this. It is artifact number 2, lost and found 2 of 4. All right, so after that first encounter, you're going to come up to this fork. There's 3 different ways that you can go. I'm going to recommend that we go north first and follow the path pretty much straight on. Go ahead and break this. We're going to come across our, first Nornir chest. So with the Nornir chest, you can see that there's 3 runes inscribed upon each chest. I'm sure you can figure out what to do, but if you go ahead, for this one, we can do the N next. You can whack it, or you can throw your axe at it, whatever you like to do. As long as you hit all 3 of them, that will open up the chest for you. So go ahead and grab it, and you will get your first apple. All right, so back here at the intersection we were just at, back from the north path, go to the east. Turn left here, go to the east. You're going to want to follow this down and grab this chain to climb down. All right, after your fight with some wolves, head left here and grab this artifact. This is lost and found number 3.
Ooh, good find.
All right, so eventually you'll make your way to this large gate puzzle here. Before you do that, though, if you turn around, you can actually exit out this door here. All right, so once they're cleared out, right here is artifact. This is lost and found number 4. All right, now once you solve the gate puzzle and you make your way out, Atreus is going to want to go to the right. Ignore him for the moment. Go to the left. There's some stuff to grab, a coffin to pick up. Once you grab the coffin, if you turn around, you'll see this chain right here. So head on over to it, and climb on up. Go ahead and smash down the gate, or the barricade there, and come up to this. This is our first shrine, and we'll go ahead and grab this real quick.
Oh, look! It's Skull and Hati.
So just real quick, these shrines are actually not tracked on your summary or your region, but they do count towards a trophy. So we're gonna need that for the platinum anyway. So grab that shrine, and there are 11 total. We'll go ahead and find all of them in the game, obviously, but you're not gonna see them on your tracking. I don't know why they're not tracked, but whatever. So a little while further, you'll be heading back home after an encounter with a big enemy. And you're going to come across one of these interesting looking gates. Yeah, so these are hidden chambers. They're going to be important later, especially for the Platinum Trophy. But we will come back to them. Can't open them now. We'll come back later. Okay, here we are in Chapter 2. After climbing through some caves, you'll find yourself in this area where there are there's a pretty big battle. And then eventually you will clear them out, and before you climb up, there's some stones, or there's a stone here with some inscription on it, and that will count as your first lore marker of the game.
Boy.
Sir.
So a little bit farther ahead down the path, there is a legendary chest, our first of the game. So go ahead up here and grab that. All right, and then as soon as you exit that, after you do the little tutorial to insert a runic attack gem, then you will get a trophy for it, and yeah, we'll continue moving on. All right, eventually you're going to find yourself down here. You're going to have a bit of some combat with a gaggle of draugrs, excuse me, and then you're going to head over to this stone and get another lore marker.
Read it.
All right, so after you activate that, then you're going to want to turn around, and before you leave this area, we're going to get our first of the ravens. There's a whole bunch of ravens in this game, but what you want to do is you want to target him and throw your axe, and there you go. So that's the first of 51, and we can move on. All right, so here we are. We've just climbed up this ladder. By the way, there are some supplies down this way, which if you didn't see it, you can actually go down the ladder. You kind of like fall down there. So go do that. And then once you climb all the way back up, you will jump across here, and we see a chest over there. We'll grab that in a moment, but we're actually going to go to the left first. All right, and once you clear out this area, there's going to be on the ground here a scroll. That does give you lore, but it doesn't count as a lore marker. It's kind of weird how lore markers work. We're going to head this way, and we will come across our second shrine. So go ahead and use that.
Another one here.
All right. Once you're finished in this area, you can climb up there and get some things, by the way. But once you're finished in the area, head back over to where we were going. And let's go to the other side towards that Northri chest. All right, and then to get the third one, you got to come back up here. You can see the rune off in the distance there. We'll smash both parts of the bridge. And then we can jump across. And through the gap, we'll grab this rune. And then you can come back and grab the chest. Alright, eventually you'll cross over this gap here, and Kratos and the boy will have a conversation. Head down this chain. And then you just want to follow this path until you reach a soldier up here and pick up the next artifact.
Want to see my wares again?
Brock.
All right, so also while we're here, let's go ahead and craft some armor here for Atreus.
Son?
Pick whichever one that you'd like to go with and craft it. You should have enough of this steel to craft one of these. The reason we're doing that is because we will get a trophy for it. So go ahead and craft the one you want. And there you go.
That's natural armor.
All right, so after you're done with Brock and a quick little fight, he tells you that the path up the mountain is through that gate. We can ignore him for now and go to the right, sort of behind his shop area here. And over here is an area to drop down. You can just jump down here and grab another artifact. Now back at the gate, again, before we go through, go to the left and knock down this bridge, which will allow you to jump down. There's also a raven sitting right here. Go ahead and grab this guy for our second raven of the game. All right, so now that we're in this big spiky room with this spike puzzle, once you've gotten all the way through, jump up to the ledge, and there is another artifact here for you to collect. All right, so after you've grabbed the artifact, allow this ceiling to come all the way down. And then once it does, you can jump over here, and you can see we have another Nornir chest here to do. So let's go ahead and solve this one. The first one is to the left, and what we can do is we can raise ourselves up a little bit here. And there we go, that one's done. Now let's turn around, and right up here is the second one. And then the final one is in this cave-looking area. Just throw it right here. And now you can open the chest and get the next upgrade material. All right, so climb up from down here where the spike room is, and then kind of follow along the cliff side here just a little bit, and you will grab the next artifact. All right, once you unlock the big rune, like vault door looking thing, you want to head inside.
I'm happy with my Brock, but
don't quite follow to the right
I'm happy we're leaving.
too yet. Turn to the left, head up here, and up top is the next artifact. Okay, once you grab the artifact, return back to the fork, head to the right, and follow along the path that you're meant to be going down. By the way, I know that they give you a tutorial, but you should definitely keep an eye out for these buckets above you. They drop hack silver and things, so make sure you're always grabbing them. But if you look up kind of into the sky here, you can see a raven. He's pretty tough to see. He's kind of covered in light, but you can see him right there. Chuck your axe at him. You got to get kind of close to him. Chuck it, and there you go. You got your third raven of the game. All right, we are now here in this pretty big arena with all of these big kind of like rib cage looking things sticking out of the ground. After the fight here, there's a chest up there that you can grab that, and then once you drop down, if you look upward, there's another raven for you to take out. So go ahead and knock him out and keep going. Then once you grab the raven, turn to the left and head this way, and you can break the pots and things along the way. But you're going to want to head this way. Ignore the chest for now. Come over to this. And you can knock this down. And then you're going to want to boost Atreus up there. And he will let you down via this chain. So once he drops the chain, you can climb on up. And there is the third lore marker of the game.
Boy.
All right, then once you've grabbed that, we'll go ahead and jump down and head over to the Nornir chest that we were ignoring before. So these are actually different, which means you kind of have to hit them all timed together. So I'll show you where all three are, and then we'll
There's a lot to see here.
go ahead and smash them all and unlock the chest. Okay, so this one obviously is one that we found. There's one over to the left right here as well. And then the final one, you have to turn around to pretty much run all the way back towards the entrance. It's right up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this one. We're going to turn around and sprint and grab the other two. So boom, turn around. You got to draw your axe back to you, of course. Hit that one. And you should have plenty of time to hit this one as well. Do that. And you've got your next Nornir chest. Alright, and now after you have a small encounter with Atreus trying to shoot the boar with his bow, you're going to drop down onto these kind of like wooden planks, and if you look over to the right, there is the next raven. So once you grab that raven, you'll drop down into the camp. There's a little chest right here that you can grab. You have to smash through this. But once you grab that, you want to move on forward and stick to the right, as right behind this hut here is another artifact. Okay, now after a little while, you'll finally have the compass, and we'll be in this cave area. You'll see this for the first time. Can't really do anything with that right now, but we're going to turn left, and we're going to head southwest. I can finally say compass directions because we have the compass. Head southwest, drop down here, and if you look out across, there's a shiny thing here. We can actually come over to this and move this. Move it as far as we can. And then, while we're here, you may as well grab the chest that it exposes. Once you pick that up, then come back over to this and push it all the way in the water. Alright, once it's in the water, you can jump across
Under the surface.
and grab this artifact.
Then do not touch the water.
Alright, so back up here near this red gate thing again. You'll want to come across to these platforms and jump across, and we'll get our next legendary chest. Okay, so now we are into the next kind of part of the game. You're going to get the boat, you're going to make it out to sea, you're going to look at this statue, some things are going to happen, and then all of a sudden there's a whole lot more that has suddenly opened up to you. So before we do anything, go ahead and hit the map. And you can see now on your map there are these boat docks. They all have different names: Iron Cove, Isle of Death. I think this one's Lookout Tower. So what we're going to do actually before we continue on the main quest, we're actually going to turn right around and we're going to head to the Lookout Tower. So meet me over there and we'll continue forward. All right, now that we are here, we've got a couple of things to do. So first things first, we can ignore this chest just for the moment. Come over to this on the ground, and this is our first treasure map. So now once you've picked up the treasure map, you can see that we've got another chest to open. There's a bunch of runes. You can also pick this up off the ground here, but we're kind of blocked by these spikes, right? So what we're going to want to do is aim up here with this.
Hey, that could be valuable.
All right, then once you have the artifact, go ahead and hit this a couple times. And that will drop the spikes down all the way. And now you can go ahead and bang this off all three of them. Just like so. And then you've got it, your next Nornir chest. Alright, so now we're back on the main quest. You'll meet Brock here in this temple place yet again. And he's going to give you the key of Yggdrasil, which now allows us to use these gates. This gate is technically already activated, so it counts. If you go to your map here, you can see Mystic Gateways 1 of 1. Alright, now back out of the shop. We came from this side here. That's our boat there, so head over to the left and down this way. And here is the next artifact. Alright, once you've explored sort of the outside bridge area, you're going to make your way over to the tower itself. And as soon as you're inside, you'll fight a couple enemies, but quickly turn to the left, smash apart that, and you can jump over this and grab the next shrine, the next Jotnar shrine.
Look here, another.
Alright, so you're going to want to go ahead and jump down into this crevice after you've encountered some of these like poison pole looking things, scorn poles I think they're called. So you're going to want to jump down into this crevice and then hit this. So once that enemy is defeated, turn to the left here, and we're going to find our first cipher chest of the game. All you have to do is walk up to it, hit circle, and Atreus will open it for you. All right, so here we are outside. We've made it through the tower. We kind of came out through this big door right here, and we've met the second of the two brothers in Sindri. You need to kind of go in this direction, sort of southwest towards this fire. Turn the corner here, and you're going to find another Nornir chest. Now, this one's different from the other ones that we've done. So if you see this, there's a rune up here. You can throw your axe, and it will change the rune. So if you look, this one is in like the shape of like a flag, and this one's kind of like a backwards B. So if we come over here to this one, we can hit it a couple of times until we find one that we want, which is the flag. And then the final one is over this way. You're going to have to knock this out to be able to see the rune that we're looking for. And again, we're looking for that backwards B. So eventually, you'll get the backwards B, and that should be enough to go ahead and unlock the chest. So go run back around and take a peek at your hard work. There it is. Chest is unlocked, and we can open her up. All right, so eventually you'll make your way here where you have to freeze another scorn pole, and then you're going to be forked here after you fight the Revenant. Once that is done, before you head to the left, go to the right over towards this like little cave area. Inside, make sure you grab whatever you can as you're moving forward. But inside is another hidden chamber. Eventually you'll make your way up here to another door, and there's just a couple of enemies to fight up here. Before you go forward though, there's going to be some debris right here that you need to explode by hitting the red pot. That allows you to grab this chest. But before you continue on, you can explode this pot as well, which will unlock this next area. So what you got to do is you got to snipe this red pot, which destroys that scorn pole. Then hit this scorn pole with your axe. That'll clear the way, and you can grab another legendary chest. All right, now, once you make your way through the door and into the new area mountain base, before you head and follow Atreus, turn to the left, and you'll see one of these big wooden contraptions. And then all we need to do here is look up towards the Raven. A little awkward. You're going to have to kind of like... All right, we are here in Chapter 4 now. We're in a completely different realm, so you'll know where, you'll be able to tell when you're here. You can see the big column of light that we're heading to in the background. And first things first, as you're wandering down this bridge, make your way over here and grab these runes.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
So you'll make your way down towards the door, and you'll come into contact with the first of the Dark Elves. Once you open the door up here, come through it and immediately turn to the right, and you can get the next cipher chest here. Walk a little bit further, and you will come upon Sindri for the second time, which counts as one of the shops in the area. And while we're here, let me stop real quick to let you know that if you... I sold mine already. But if you go over to sell, there are artifacts that you can sell. Any of the artifacts we collect, you don't have to keep them. They'll count as collected, and you can just sell them for a bunch of silver, which is great. But if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and pick a piece of armor and upgrade it real quick. I'm going to upgrade my shoulder guards. You'll get a trophy for doing that, this Dwarven Ingenuity. You can exit the store. Come in here, go over to your armor, and you'll get a little bit of a tutorial for the enchantments. Yeah, so no spoilers, but you should get a symbol of truth from one of the bosses. Hit X on that, and there you go, you'll get enchanted as well. So a couple of trophies to grab while we're here, and we can keep moving forward. Okay, so after you do a little bit of some boating, you're going to come across a sand bowl, and you have to figure out a little bit of a puzzle to activate the bowl. Once you do, you'll descend down into this area. You'll be in a little bit of a fight. And after that fight, what we want to do is we want to head southward through here. And you're going to want to activate this.
Wonder why they're locked up.
Alright, so once you take care of the Draugr that's in this room here, look through this gate. And you can see there's a legendary chest inside, but unfortunately we can't really get access to it through the gate itself. You can't really like throw your axe through the gate. So what we're going to do is we are going to turn to the right and head into this room. And then, as you know, you have to break both of these things at the same time essentially to unlock it. Unfortunately we can't get an angle on both. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck our axe and let it sit in the wall right behind this one. Run back out over to here, kind of line up. I would say just stand right sort of in the center of where you would rotate the contraption here, and then hit triangle, and it should smash through both of them, accessing the legendary chests in the area. Okay, once you're done in this room, come back to the sand bowl. You can ignore this room for now because we can't really activate that at the moment. So go ahead and follow along this path. As you do, you'll turn to the left and you'll see another Nornir chest here that we can unlock. So directly behind the chest, you'll see a cogwheel and a coffin right up there. Head on to this side of the wheel. Press circle. You kind of want to spin it twice and go ahead and freeze this. The reason why you want to spin it twice is so when you drop down here,
Tricky. Very tricky.
You can just punch this without having to use your axe. So go ahead and destroy that one. Then turn around immediately, come back across this way and punch this one. And then recall your axe so you get raised back up. And you're going to want to spin this one more time. But this time you're going to want it to go all the way down. And you'll see we go down along with it.
Think that side hallway will get us to the temple?
So go ahead and freeze it. Turn around. And you can climb up right here and punch this one as well. And that will open the chest. So go ahead, return the axe. You can see there's that chest unlocked now, and we can go ahead and run over to it to grab the next Nornir chest. Okay, we've been continuing on, and we've made our way quite a bit along. We've kind of like activated some light bridges and stuff, and we've climbed up here, and we fought a boss. All right, once we do that, check, make sure you've got that. Go ahead and grab this legendary chest as well. Okay, once you activate the light bridges yet again, there's 2 bridges to go. Atreus wants to go to the right. Head over to the one on the left first. And across the way is the next artifact, the first artifact of the realm. Alright, once you cross the bridge and you make it to this door with no seam that you can't seem to open, you're going to want to turn to the left real quick. And if you notice, there are a couple of these runes here. What you want to do is you want to line this up. There's 2 of them that you have to hit. It's kind of awkward if you can sort of hit them both at the same time. There we go. And that'll open this door, and you can see now the Nornir chest up ahead. All right, now that you got the door open, we need to start smacking the runes. Again, these are the bell ones, so you know it's going to be timed. So obviously you've got the one back there, you've got this one up here, and then there's this one here. So we'll start with this one. Smash that. Aim a little high just in case. And then we'll run in here and hit this one, and there you go. Next Nornir chest is ours. Right, so return back to the door, and you're going to want to head to the right this time.
The dwarf again.
Sindri?
When you're down here, you're going to find Sindri again, but before you talk to him, go ahead and open this shrine for, what is this, the fourth one? Yeah, I believe, shrine number 4.
Boy, another one.
All right, once you're done with that, turn and talk to Sindri. Press triangle to talk to him about that ancient's heart we just grabbed.
Whoa.
And if you go into his crafting menu after you talk to him about the ancient's heart thing, you can see now he has these pauldrons and gauntlets of the ancients, the belt of the ancients as well. Eventually we're going to have to make all of these, but there's just not enough. We don't have enough rubble or hearts to make those yet. So we're going to keep collecting them, and as we collect them, eventually we'll be able to craft them and then get the trophy later on. Alright, so eventually you'll find yourself down below here, navigating this nice little room. It's a pretty long hallway. Eventually you're going to make it towards the end of it, and there's this gap right here. There's also a chest here, a coffin that you can get if you figure out how to unlock it. But before you head through there, look up to the left, as there are some runes here, and we'll get our second lore marker of the
What does it say?
area.
Sir.
Okay, so after a little while, and you come out of the beam of light, you're gonna have these light arrows now, and you can start making bridges and things like that. So this pathway is not going to be unlocked at first. You're gonna have to kind of follow this around and do a bunch of things, and then once you do unlock this path, then you can cross over it to the other side, then head up to the top. And you'll have to fight a couple of guys. After that quick fight, of course, go over here and unlock the next legendary chest. Oops, other side. There we go. Okay, so you're going to carry this crystal up the pathway from where we just placed it for that lore marker. You'll carry it up the pathway. Once you shoot it, that will create this little bridge. You can head up this way, and while you're crossing the bridge, if you look to the right, here is another one of these chests. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. So come around here to the right side of the chest. If you look through here, you can see you've got one there, one here, and if you turn around immediately, you've got one back there. So let's go ahead and try to hit this one. Recall, hit this one, and then we'll turn around quickly and hit that one. And that's all 3. And you can unlock the chest. Okay, so eventually you'll find yourself returning to the boat, and you'll have to take this lift back down. If you remember, we were already down here, and we took the lift up. So you take it back down to try to get back to the boat. And there's a couple things we can grab. Number 1, there's a chest over yonder with some silver in it. And then in this room here, there is another artifact for you to grab. Now, once you enter this room again and the ceiling closes over top of you, you want to head up and go to the left towards the southeast and have Artreus shoot this crystal, which will unlock this room. Chop this down, and some enemies will spawn. And once you've gotten rid of those enemies, you'll need this crystal for some other things, but head into this chamber right here, and there is the 3rd artifact on the ground.
Now where do we go from here?
So you're going to want to grab the crystal and exit out of this room. I will say that if you go all the way across to that side, you can use this crystal to get another coffin. But once you're done with that, then you can drop this crystal down here.
Boy, shoot.
I know how it works.
And then you can go ahead and cross the bridge. And now you're going to be back in this part where we can raise and lower the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower it all the way down, freeze, and then head across yet again into this room. And once you're in here, go straight across, and there's another artifact on the ground. Okay, once you return to the surface and you're back towards the boat, if you follow the marker to leave, obviously we'll continue kind of on the journey. But let's take a little bit of time to explore the rest of the lake. There's some stuff we can grab now while we're here, and we can have a little bit of a break from the story after all of what we just went through. So let's go ahead and hop on the boat. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to explore up to the north. So we're going to follow this coast. We essentially have to turn around, follow the coast northward. So let's do that. Spin around. And then here on the beach, you can go ahead and dock. So immediately off the boat, head over to the left, and we've got a couple new enemies to fight, so go ahead and clear these guys out. And once that's done, you can turn around here kind of towards the overlook and look up to the left. There is a raven, our first of this world. All right, so come back now, and if you look at the floor, we've got a bit of a weird symbol here with 3 different crystals. So once you have Atreus shoot all of the crystals, you can go ahead and inspect this, and now you got to get ready for a fight. Now, after the victory is won, go back to the little portal, excuse me, and go ahead and grab your reward. All right, now back at the boat, head over around this little corner right here, and we can grab the next artifact. So from the artifact, go ahead and turn around. Ignore this direction for the moment. Head this way. And you'll have to defeat another enemy, but you'll grab the hidden chamber while you're here as well. Okay, from the hidden chamber, turn around, and then we'll go back down the other path that we didn't go down. There's going to be a chest here that you can grab, so go ahead and solve the puzzle for that. And then once you do, you can jump across this gap, head up this way, and there is another legendary chest for you. All right, jump back into the boat, come back to the initial area where we started, the bowl area, and then we're going to head southeast for a while, following along this side of the island until we find another place to dock. And here we are on the beach of Light Elf Sanctuary. Okay, once you land on the island, you're going to want to take a right over here to this lever. Go ahead and activate the lever, and then you got to be quick. You got to jump across fast, and then run through the gate. All right, once you get to this point, before you do this gate over here, turn to the left and run over to this circular-looking area. And inside, you'll find a Nornir chest. And you can see there's a whole bunch of different bells surrounding it. If you throw your axe at one, doesn't really do too much. But if you test it, you can kind of see which ones you're supposed to hit. Okay, so that one's one of them. Let's try this one. All right, so we know which ones are it. It's this one, and this one, and they're all on a timer just like the normal bells. So let's go ahead and boom, boom, boom. And there you go. There is another Nornir chest for your collection. Up here will be another lever, and now this lever is a little bit interesting. So if you try it, you'll notice that the gate gets stuck. It can't raise up because it's getting stuck by this. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to activate this, quickly throw your axe, and then recall it and throw it again to hit that one. And then it'll open once you do that. It's a little tricky. It takes a couple of tries to do. And now you can go ahead, activate this gate again, and you can run on right through it. And here we are at another one of these realm tears. So let's go ahead and use this. Again, prepare for a fight. And of course, after the fight is won, go ahead and grab your reward. And after you grab that, you can turn to the right and go through this cave. Now as you cross the bridge, you can come up here and finally smash these to give yourself a nice chest. And before you jump down, once you smash those, you can grab this artifact. Okay, go ahead and jump down and then head over to the right. And in here, we've got another little bit of a puzzle for a legendary chest. So spin the wheel. You're going to want to spin this wheel all the way down. Once it's down, then run to the right. Try to line her up. And hit all three of them at the same time. And there you go. You got your next legendary chest. All right, so you're going to make your way back to the objective after we explored those other islands. Once you hit the beach, then we need to go over here and talk to Cindy real quick.
You boys look like you're gearing up for quite the journey.
After you have a quick discussion with Sindri, you are going to get this favor from him, Fafnir's Horde. So as you're following the objective and you'll wind up back in Midgard, you'll have a little bit of a scene with Brock, and you'll be standing quite literally right in front of him, just like we did with Sindri not too long ago. Talk to him about the favor that he's going to ask of you, because again, we do need to complete them. Right, so here we are back in the tower. We're making our way back towards the mountain, still just following the objective. Once you get to this spot, you can go ahead and drop down into the chasm. And now that we have some upgrades, we can go ahead and activate this over here. That's going to be the next step. So first things first, go ahead and smash the wood to get this out of the way, then turn around. And behind you is a crystal. Go ahead and pick this up. You can drop it into the crystal slot. Go ahead and have Atreus shoot it. And then you get your next lore marker.
Boy.
All right, here we are in Chapter 5. We're a little ways in after you kind of battle back the Black Breath just a little bit. You're going to make your way through this sort of dark cave-like thing. You're going to lift this pillar up and come underneath of it to get through to this area. And then you got a little bit of a fight. And then straight on ahead, as you can see, we can spot some runes. However, before we worry about the chest, turn around directly from this rune and look under this bridge, and you can spot a pretty obnoxious raven placement. This one's pretty evil, but once you find him, you can take care of him, and we can keep going. Okay, so from the Raven, spin around, and we'll go ahead and find the Nornir chest that this rune corresponds to. So we'll leave that alone for now. Then we're going to head over to the left side here, and you can go ahead and break this, shoot that, and you can climb up here. And now, as you can see, we've got the Nornir chest right here. But if you take a look along this back wall, you'll see 3 different runes inscribed. So let's go ahead and go back. We can find the different runes real fast. So down this way, if you turn around right here, you've got this one up yonder. keep heading back, and we'll jump down to where we found this one, the original one. As this one is an end, we can go ahead and just leave it alone. And then behind us, if you look all the way up there, this one's a bit far, but you should be able to hit it. There you go. That is the bee that we need. So now we should be set. And give it a whirl. And there you go. You've got your next Northri chest. All right. Then from the chest, turn back around and head back over to the bridge. And down in front of the bridge is going to be this crystal. Go ahead and pick that up. You can carry this crystal back across the bridge we were just on. You're going to want to turn to the left, head south down this area, and eventually you'll make it into this room. You'll get attacked, but you should have enough time to... So yeah, once you take care of that fight, go ahead and shoot this, and we've got our next lore marker.
Here, boy.
Once you've got this lore marker, you can swing back around and take this this rope down back to the sort of the start of the area. Then head over this way. You can use Atreus to shoot this, which will light up this doorway. And inside here, you can smash this table and pick up the next artifact. Alright, so you're going to make your way through this real tiny cave here that has a ton of dead bodies in it. Once you are outside of that, head over to this and read this for our next bit of lore, or at least the next lore marker.
Can you read it?
Eventually you'll find your way through this gate right here, and then you'll come up to a path that has a fork. You can shoot this, obviously, to turn the light on. The right side goes up yonder, and then the left side has this red sap that we can't do anything about right now. But if you turn back around and you go to the right side, this one's a little weird. But if you look up this way, you can see that there are some runes written up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb this wall. And once you get up there, you can have him read it.
Brasley.
Soon you'll find yourself in this cool area with all kinds of stuff to see and do, this giant claw. But first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to head into the center of the room. Oh, and there's a chest right here. You can break this and grab that chest. But if you wander this way, come around this corner, we can get the fourth lore marker of the mountain.
Can you read it?
And then once you grab that, turn sort of to the left, to the south here, and you can find another hidden chamber that we still can't activate, but we've got 4 of them now. Alright, so after you have the scene, you're going to use this wheel back here, and then you'll have a tiny little scene, have a bit of a fight, and this area will open. So we'll go ahead and head through here. And on the other side, you can go ahead and shoot this if you want. On the other side, we'll meet our good friend, Brock.
Who woke up every frogger in the mountains?
Once you're done with Brock and everything, you can go ahead and turn around and head to this area, and you can see our next victim flying around in the sky.
What is this place?
Just kind of have to lead him a little bit. Go ahead and take care of that raven, and we'll keep going. Right, so you're going to make your way through sort of like these spiky areas. There's like a little bit of a trap, and then you have this spike door. Once you open it up, you'll have a small combat to do, but you'll be in this room. Then you want to come over to this, and you're going to push this forward. But you're going to realize that we're stuck.
I see that.
Go ahead and break that.
Let's go.
And now, before you push it too far, you can kind of push it up and out of the way, but you'll want to stop, turn back around, hit this door open a couple of times, and you'll see that it was hiding an artifact back in here. So now you'll want to climb up here to get up to this next little area. You can knock down this drawbridge, head across here. If you break some rubble, you can drop down in this place to get a coffin, by the way, and then you can come this way, across, and you can definitely see the raven there. You can shoot this to illuminate it a little bit more, but go ahead and take out this raven. So if you keep following the paths and things, you're eventually going to find yourself up in this area. We're sort of back in that main room that we were in before, but we're kind of up on the second floor. You can drop this chain, and then you can open this door, which will lead back into the other room. But you're going to want to go ahead and grab this and activate this real quick. Once you've got this gate open, turn around, come down out this way. And head over to grab the cart that we were using prior. Now we're going to want to push the cart through the gate that we just opened. But if you see there to the left, there's an area that we can reach up top. So we're going to use this cart as sort of like a little bit of a bridge. Now we can climb up and jump across to here. And if we keep going forward, you'll come across a legendary chest as well. All right, so after the main primary boss encounter of this area, you will finally have access to new arrows, and we can start destroying the sap that we just got. But this, I mean, I'm just putting this in the guide because this does count as a shop. So from the shop, you'll want to head down the path that you unlocked or that you opened up with the arrows.
That long ago we were hunting deer.
And then once you come up to this this climbing section, before you do that, turn to the right, and there is a chest, a legendary chest with the first place that we can really use the new arrows that we got. So go ahead and blow that up and claim the legendary chest. So once you climb up here, you'll have this wheel and the sap-covered tree right here. Go ahead and shoot this. And it's going to reveal a little bit of a hole in the wall, and you can grab an artifact. Keep going, and eventually you'll come across this sap. But as you notice, we don't have any crystal to shoot, so we can't quite open it up. But if you continue into this next room, ignore the chest for the moment. And once you take care of business in this room, forgot to pick that up. Then you can grab this from here, turn around, and chuck this into that. And now we can shoot it and grab the next Jotunheim shrine.
Look here. Another.
Okay, so once you've grabbed that, turn back around and we'll head back into this room. And we're going to go ahead, still ignore this for the moment. And we're going to grab, or we're going to lower the bridge. Pretty straightforward. Just chuck this there, shoot it with an arrow. Grab another one.
Now it's stuck on the other side.
Chuck it up there, shoot it with an arrow. And it'll fall.
I'm tired of shattering things with this.
And then we'll go ahead and cross the bridge. You'll have to do a little bit of a fight. Okay, finish the fight. And then you can see over here we need to blow that up. So head back across the bridge. Grab this. Run on back. Hit it with that. Shoot it with the arrow. And you've got your next lore marker.
Boy, over here.
Before you leave this area, go ahead and smash this. Once that lore marker is done, turn around and we're going to want to raise the bridge. Up to there, you can freeze the cogs. And we're gonna run up here. But once you're done with the coffin, turn around and destroy this rune. And then from here, you can drop down back onto the bridge. Look over to the right, and there is the final rune for the chest. So now we can go ahead and open the chest down here. Okay, so eventually you're gonna make your way up to this wall here. We're kind of on this summit peak here, but there's a bunch of branches, and you can head through this crack. Before you go, though, turn to the left, come down this way. Kind of right around the corner here is another artifact. Here we are in chapter number 6 now. You'll spawn right here, kind of right out in front of this gate. And if you take the path over here to the right, you will see immediately another cipher chest, so go ahead and open her up. Once you make your way down and you're kind of overlooking the woods to the witch's house, if you turn left, there is a chest in that little back corner, but we are more interested by turning right, and you will have... I guess this is the first gate of the game that we find that's out in the wild, so... Alright, so you're going to follow your objective marker as much as possible until you're kind of inside the witch's cave. You'll row your boat all the way out to the dock, and as soon as you dock, there is another gate right here. Alright, so once you make your way up the lift, if you kind of explore this little area that we're in, you can see a Nornir chest down this way. We can leave that at least for the moment. And then there will be some red sap right here that you can destroy. Once you destroy that, you're going to want to head around the corner. And I don't think there's anything to pick up here. So go ahead and grab this, this cipher chest. Alright, so now from here, we're going to turn around and head back out this way. And before we leave, don't forget to smash this.
There's one down.
Now we can turn and head out of the room. And if you look down this way, you can shoot this crystal. It'll spawn a bridge, and we can drop down. Once the bridge has been spawned, we'll head back into this little area. You can drop down here. I don't think there's anything to pick up on the ground. Nope, you should have already grabbed that chest. But then you'll come over this way, and there's a number of different things to do, but if you look in this direction, here is the next rune. Once you've broken that rune, come this way and shoot this. And we can head over to the Nornir chest itself. And then back in the Nornir chest again, head over here, grab this once more, because we're going to need it to clear this up here. Oops, that. And now we can proceed up into this room. And then, for sake of the guide, you might do this in a different order, but go ahead and smash this rune, and we can go and grab the Nornir chest. Run over here and snag this. And once you've gotten that, go back up here. I think the most obvious thing that you could see, if you didn't get this while you were already in the room, run over to this, and you've got the 5th hidden chamber. Then you can smash open the chest, but make sure that you pick up this right here. It is another treasure map.
Look here.
Alright, so eventually you're going to find your way here. You'll kind of come across these branches that we can't do anything with right now. But you're going to make your way over here. Atreus is going to notice that sand bowl up there, and if you look, there is a legendary chest for us to grab. So the best way to do that is to come back over this way, and you can boost him up and into this. And now while he's up there, come over this way, and you can destroy...
Okay, well, that's way too far to jump.
Move this on back to him.
This'll be fun.
He'll jump on. You bring it, obviously, across to the next platform.
Almost there.
We'll have to destroy that
Can't jump over
wood.
with those wooden boards in the way.
To destroy that. Let him jump.
It is. It's another one of those sand bowls. There are different runes written along the side of this one.
and then ask him, obviously, about the sand bowl.
What does it say?
Another room.
And then once that's done, look up this way, and you can smash these boards to give him the answer.
I see it now.
Now, once that is all finished, you can jump across and grab your hard-earned legendary chest. Now, once you're back in this area, kind of back towards where we started, you're going to want to head through this area yet again where we destroyed the sap the first time. And you can climb up this now. As you're climbing, you're going to come across some runes, talk to Atreus about the runes, and get your next lore marker. Once you pull yourself out of the well, you'll see this lore marker here. We can't use it without a crystal, so go ahead, run around the backside of the well, grab the crystal, boom, have him take the shot, and there you go.
Boy.
From here, you're going to want to head down the path south towards your objective. But as you're running,
How's it going, Charlie?
you
Friend
will
here?
What is that name?
grab this here.
That's what he told me it was.
So you're going to find our first treasure using the treasure map that we just picked up, actually. If you head over here, right to this rock, kind of where this is at, it's not going to give you any kind of like shimmer or anything, but once you walk over it, you'll be able to hit the circle, and this will be our first dug up treasure. And then after you grab that, directly facing, or facing away, I guess, where the turtle's looking is another lore marker for you. Okay, from here we're gonna go up this chain. Before you do, you can see another lore marker there. Again, it doesn't matter. We've gotten all the lore markers in this area, but you can grab it for some extra lore and experience and stuff. But now we're gonna want to head up the chain. So after a quick bit of combat, you'll be up here. There's a Nornir chest here, but we can't quite do anything with it yet, as we can't activate these green balls. But if you turn around from here, there is an artifact that's actually kind of hidden a little bit here. It's kind of hard to see. So run over here, grab this artifact, and we can keep going.
Want to see what we can trade those for?
Now, you might be able to hear him in the background, but directly to the right of this is this big, large rock, and there is another raven for us. And then once you've gotten that, head to the end of the path, and you can overlook the ledge here. And you see a whole bunch of runes. If you hit square, Atreus will read them for you. So yeah, there's a sand bowl right here that we're going to go and grab. So make your way all the way around. Once you're down, head over to the sand bowl and have him
What does it say?
put in the rune.
Falcon?
That'll clear this up for you, and we get our next legendary chest. So at the start of Chapter 7, you'll find yourself up at the top of this area with the big horn on the bridge. Go ahead and lower yourself downward, and before you head to the south, run northward along the bridge here. If you remember before, we didn't know the language of these braziers yet, but we do know them now, so you can...
I can read what this says now,
You can read it.
but it's a name. Air! Whoa! The name!
After you've lit the two braziers, head over to this guy, and he has an artifact for you.
One more for the collection.
Alright, so as you're continuing to move forward and following the marker, you're going to land on the beach here. And as you walk forward, you're going to see a spirit come out of this body.
From this realm too early.
Go ahead and talk to it, and you will get another favor that we'll do a little bit later on.
You who walks among the living.
So as you continue your trek into the cold here, you will
Attack?
come across another mystic gate. And after you grab that gate, look up here. There is a raven in the distance. You're going to have to kind of lead your shot a little bit higher. There you go. Snipe him, and we can keep going. All right, so after fighting a brand new enemy, you're going to want to turn over here and just grab this hidden chamber. You might have gotten it in combat like I did, but as long as you come over here, you will get the 6th of 7 hidden chambers. All right, a little ways into the area, and you'll be able to grab this.
That's handy.
You can come back over this way, and if you throw it up here
Wonder what it's for.
and shoot it, you can drop that crystal down. Just as a side note, this here does not count as a lore marker for whatever reason, so you can grab it, but you won't get any lore marker progress. Go ahead and pick up the crystal. Eventually, we'll get to where we're going. Drop her in. And then you can shoot it. Oops. And we will get our next realm tear. This one's a little tricky. There's another ancient for us to defeat. And remember, we need ancients for their armor. Because we need to craft their armor. Go ahead and hit this little blue ball looking thing. And it will spawn the ancient. And just go ahead and defeat him and pick up his heart. So once you're here at the head of Thanmure and you have a bit of a scene and then a fight, Sindri will call out to you. I mean, you're going to have to go this way anyway to continue the story, but once you get up here, you'll talk to Sindri and unlock your first shop of the area.
Wow, that was something, that.
You're going to enter this area right after you meet Sindri, and you're going to fight a new enemy, one of the travelers. Once you've done that, head over here and grab this, and you're going to want to move it one time.
Came here on a diplomatic mission once, trying to broker a peace
like
between
so.
Konunsgard and Vanaheim. That war, so many lives lost.
Then after you move it, come over to the side, jump up here, and throw your axe at one of these. Go ahead and jump across over to this. And you want to climb all the way to the top. And over to the right, you can jump over here to grab this legendary chest. So as you continue to make your way through, you have like some pretty big scenes. I guess it's been a while since we've really done anything of too terrible importance, but eventually you're going to find Sindri down here, and I believe this should count as a shop
Sindri,
as well.
Could you take a look at this?
Honestly, I don't have much else going on right now.
All right, while you're here at Sindri, make sure you give him that traveler's armor piece that we picked up.
The travelers. Whoa.
So once you give that to Sindri, then you can come here and craft the traveler armor. Obviously, we can't yet. We still need more of these armor shards. But once we have enough, then we can go ahead and craft the full set of the traveler. So now on your way back, if you're following the mission objective, this will be a sealed door. It's the second sealed door you can open. And once you do that, you can come in here. And this is kind of like a shortcut to get out of this area, but there's also some things in here we need to do. If you look to the left, there's a coffin here that we'll grab in a minute, and we need this crystal. If you turn in the hallway and you look up, there's a crystal up here, but there's nothing we can shoot to knock that down right now. So what we'll do is we'll run over this way, smash these. You can, of course, smash whatever you like in here. Grab this. And we will turn around and chuck it. Take the shot. And the crystal falls. For us right now, we can pick up that crystal, turn back around. And place it right here. And then once you shoot this, then you get the 4th realm tear. And once you're back outside near the docks, what we're going to do is we are going to take a detour into our first hidden chamber. So Don't go on the boat quite yet. Let's go ahead and go through the hidden chamber. So as soon as you get inside, head over to the left, and you've got the next Jotnar Shrine.
Another one here.
Alright, and then after this, we'll continue through. And as you make your way down, you're going to enter this room with that sort of the blue, I don't know, aura around the door. Head down the lift.
Nice place.
So once the lift finishes, you can head immediately outside of it. Might as well grab this chest. But you'll also get the next gateway here. Then from here, if you head up the stairs, there's a coffin up here. Make sure you grab that before moving on. And then once you've grabbed the coffin, we're going to head down, and you are going to see the first of many optional bosses in this game. So you're going to jump across. So the nice part about these hidden chambers is these Valkyries, we do have to kill them eventually. We have to kill all 8 of them in the game. Now, these are some of, if not the most difficult bosses in the entire game. So what we're going to do is we are going to say no thank you for now. But yeah, so there is a Valkyrie to fight if you want. We are going to ignore her for now and instead snipe this Raven. And we will say goodbye to this place for now. And I will see you in the next part. Alright, after a good number of scenes, we're going to be here in the next chapter. And one of the mission objectives is to go use this gate. So go ahead, head over there. And that will be yet another mystic gate for us. Alright, as soon as you enter Helheim, we have a couple of things to do. So first, you're going to go here and break these pots, of course. But keep moving to the right, and there's an artifact sitting on the ground. Alright, so you're going to keep moving forward. You're pretty much going straight through this area. And make sure you grab this legendary chest before we move on. And after you open the legendary chest, if you use your ears, you'll hear this little pesky guy. Go ahead and... Whoop, gotta get a little bit closer. Go ahead and take him out. Okay. You're close enough now. There we go. Take him out, and we can keep going. Okay, so you're going to find your way to these big pillars. You're going to kind of climb over them all the way back down and land, and then you can knock this chest down and things. But once you've done that, head over to this pillar, and you can see some brambles up here. Knock this down, and that will give you the next artifact. Alright, eventually you're going to find yourself in this pit that kind of sunk down in the ground when you stepped on it. Once you take care of the fighting there, if you can kind of hear it. There's actually a raven down this way, and it's the first one who's actually just flying around. Or is this the second time we've seen one? I can't remember. If you're having trouble like I am, you can always whip out the axe and just chuck it at him. Then once you've gotten this guy, you can turn around and head up this wall. This one's climbable without having to break anything or any of the brambles or whatever. And once you're up here, there's a pretty easy to spot raven. Of course, gonna have to pull out the axe yet again. Throw the axe. And there you go. There's another one. Alright, once you climb the pit up and out of here, you need to go ahead and just break these brambles. And then once you're inside, turn the corner and look upwards, and you can see some more brambles. Knock that down, and we've got our next artifact. All right, once you make your way out of the realm of the dead, or we're making our way out of the realm of the dead, you're going to come across a traveler. Make sure that you take this guy out so we can get more of his armor shards. So after you've gotten through this door, you're gonna want to grab this Hellwind, or one of the 2 Hellwinds from either door. And first things first, you can throw it into this door here, and there's a chest inside. But all the way down the bridge, there are a number of these. There's a number of these different things that you can pop them into. Like you can see this one here, and then there's one there, and it goes all the way down the bridge. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of go between them, point to point, putting them in each one, and then I will show you what we do with it when we get all the way down to the end of the bridge. Okay, once you're back at this area where we have the legendary chest and we killed the raven up here, there is the Hellwind right here. You should have gotten it to this point. So first thing first, we're going to take this Hellwind. We're going to turn around and run this way pretty much immediately. You can see where we're going to stash it. So go ahead, put it there, and then on the other side of the ice wall. So you're going to want to grab it from here real quick, and then turn and start sprinting this way. It's got to cut it a little bit close. You should have maybe like a second to deposit it. Right down here in this, and that'll open this up for another legendary chest. All right, here we are in chapter number 10. Before we head to the main objective, we're going to make a quick pit stop into the hidden chamber in this area. So head on down this way across the bridge, and you'll need to climb up here to get up there. All right, let's go ahead and head in. Make our way immediately down the lift. Then at the bottom of the lift, you can run on into the area and grab this gateway. Now ignore the Valkyrie for the moment and take a look at the Raven up here. We'll go ahead and snipe him. And if you're wondering why we're coming into these places without fighting the Valkyries, it's mainly so we can get those Mystic Gates so we can return here to fight them later easier. Alright, so return back to this walkway up to Freya's house. We have one more thing to do in the Witch's Cave before we leave. So if you've probably noticed these, which means there is some Hellwind in the area. So head on through the cave right here, kind of off to the right, and you'll find it this way. So we're going to have to bring this through the cave quite a bit, so grab it. Now grab this one, turn around, and hop down here into this room, and you can make it over to that. Okay, so leave that there for just a moment. Turn back around. Come back through this area, kind of like we were going back to the hidden chamber. Circle around, and then there's got to be some brambles right here. You're going to want to clear these off real quick as well. So after the brambles are cleared, turn around, and you can snipe it through this area. Pretty straightforward. And then right up here is the next place it'll go. And then we need to set up for the next one, so turn around, and you're going to want to move this cart kind of essentially in the middle between these two. You're jumping between the rock, right? So if you put it in the middle, maybe a little bit farther to the right. There we go. That should be good. And now we'll want to head up here and do the next one. So go ahead, grab this. Turn around and make your way over yonder into the door, and you get another legendary chest. Alright, we have one more thing to do in the Witch's Woods before we leave this area. So we're going to climb. We're back out here at the start again. We're going to climb out of the well. If you don't remember how to do that, just turn here and come back this way, and you can climb up. Alright, so once you're out of the well, head down the pathway. Jump over this. And we're going to make our way here and over to the sand. And this one's pretty easy. You can hear it. There's winds of hell up here. Go ahead and grab that. And then it's quite literally on the other side of the rune. Put that in there. Then you're going to want to turn around and head over, head back to this chain and climb up. Try to get as much distance as you can to make it a little bit easier, but you kind of have to be pretty close. Turn and go. Put it in there. And then take this one and throw it in there. And now this shows us exactly what runes we need to unlock the chest. So, looks like we've already gotten one, so we need to get the other two. So the other two that we need are back by the orb holder area that we were just at. You can see, I think this is the one that is good for now. Go ahead and grab your axe. And hit this one. That one looks good. There you go, and now you can come over here and unlock the chest. Okay, we are now in Tyr's vault, finally. No more distractions, and we've just made our way through a couple of rooms. So once you make yourself through this kind of like big trap room, where you have to, you have to do some timing things to get over here. You'll find yourself in this room, and before you continue forward, there is a rune right here. We're going to want to break this for a Northri chest up ahead. So once you've disabled the second ring and have opened the trap door, you can ignore this room at least for the moment. Head over here to this one, and before you run through, if you look up here...
Hello. Go.
I can't watch, brother. Good luck.
Go ahead and break that, and we can keep going. And then once you're done in here, you can turn around, and now we'll want to go back into this room. And if you can see, we kind of have to freeze this here, sprint on past this, and then turn around and recall your axe in a moment, because we are going to need to break this. I guess you could punch it. But yeah, don't do what I just did right there. If you do it, I mean, I guess maybe it'll work. All right, we got it. But yeah, make sure you don't block yourself off. But that will unlock the Northri chest, and yeah, we'll keep going from here. So eventually, you're gonna need to make your way up here
There's the wind trap.
to get this Hellwind. And as soon as you do get up here, there's going to be a bit of a fight. So finish off the fight, but then come over here to this and grab another lore marker. All right, so after you finish the fight here at the bottom and you've gotten the rune, before you leave, make sure you grab this legendary chest that the way just opened too. And then... before we move on to Chapter 11, we're going to do a little bit of exploration and start to clear some of the areas we haven't been to yet. Okay, we are here in Chapter number 11, but we're going to do some world exploration first. So first things first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run all the way down the length of this bridge. But now if you come over here, you should be able to...
Another name.
Light them up here.
Rota.
Another Valkyrie.
And now you're going to want to take this down. So once you're in the boat, you're just going to quite literally make a quick jaunt over to here. So now we are back at Lookout Tower. We can grab, whatever we haven't gotten here yet. You can knock this down. But go ahead and pick these up. All right, then once you've grabbed the gateway, you're going to want to make your way into this area. We have to lower these spikes, and you can do that right here. So hit that, turn, and run over this way. And then you're going to have to hit it again. Like so. And you can grab this cipher chest. We just climbed up the wall right here. You have to knock the spikes down and then climb the wall, and then you jump the gap, and then you'll climb all the way up here. So now that we're up here, let me go back up to the top. We can break this wall and grab some silver, but above us there is a raven flying around that we need to take care of real quick. There we go. Grab him. So if you remember, we were down here earlier. This is the lookout tower area. So we don't have to go back down this place. We've already gathered everything here, but we can turn around and climb up this wall. Jump our way up. And now up here, you're going to want to ride this, after the fight, then you can come here and grab this, this shrine.
Here, boy. Another one.
Alright, so once you've gotten that, you can go ahead over here and hop across this little gap and climb your way up. Up at the top here will be another cipher chest. So from the cipher chest, you're going to want to enter through this door into the tower area. And you have a traveler to go ahead and defeat. Alright, once he is defeated, you can go ahead and pick up all the goodies. And then make sure you grab this gateway. I mean, you've probably already gotten it. From here, activate the big braziers for our third.
Another name.
Alright, now once you've gotten all of that done, this is probably the weirdest and most cryptic and, yeah, you'll see. Just the weirdest thing in the game we're going to collect by far. What's going to happen is I'm going to be pointing at different directions. You have to pretty much stand where I'm standing in the middle of this golden circle. And then you're going to want to kind of point Kratos in certain directions. So, like, this is the temple. If you look here, you're looking at the temple. If you look here, you're looking at the left brazier. And if you look here, you're looking at the right brazier. Now, you have to bounce between them relatively quickly in a specific order. If you get the first 5 correct, you'll hear a gong sound. Once you hear the gong sound, you know you're halfway done. And then you have another 5 to do. Oh, and then you have to also look at this once, I believe. I believe it's only one time, yeah. Only once you have to look at this. So I'm going to record myself doing it, and I'll just play it for you without my commentary so you can hear what I hear. But yeah, essentially copy my moves, and you should be able to open up this realm tear. So if you do it correctly, this realm tear will spawn, and you can head up to it and grab the legendary axe pommel, the Forbidden Grip of Ages. It's really good right now. You're definitely going to want to use it. So go ahead and equip it, and yeah, we can go ahead and move forward. Alright, so you're going to want to get in the boat and take it on over here. We're just on the other side of the tower right here. So head across, and you can dock on this shore right here. Alright, so from the shore, there's a couple of walls that you can climb up here. You're going to pass a couple of these Hellwind things. And then there's going to be some stuff you can grab. You can knock this down and collect it later. It's not super important, but go ahead and knock that down. And then you're going to want to jump this gap over to this Nornir chest, but we're going to ignore the chest for the moment. So from this Nornir chest, you're going to want to clear the branches or the vines down here and make your jump across. And once you're up here, you're going to just want to follow this path, grab this, and then take the chain upwards. And you can grab this chest, of course. And after you grab the chest, turn around and you can spot a raven. Take him out. Then eventually you'll make your way up here. Make sure you kick down that chain and you kick down this chain as well. And then you can drop down and there's going to be a pretty big fight in this area. After the fighting is finished, head over to this and you can get some more runes.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
So after a quick bit of combat, you will have this spirit to talk to. Make sure you take care of this.
You're dead?
Once you're done talking to the spirit, turn to the left and come over here, break this board, and you can send Atreus up there. He'll kick down a chain for you in just a minute. Right here. Once you've grabbed that, turn the corner right here and grab another artifact. So you're going to have to come all the way back down the mountain. I probably should have had you do this before. I didn't think about it, though. So you're going to have to open this gate up, and then before you let go, throw the axe in there. So come back up towards the giant, turn the corner, and now those brambles will be cleared away, and we can go ahead and use this. You can also run down here and grab this. But, yeah, so we're going to need to take this over to the Nornir chest in just a moment. So come here, grab the... Oops. There we go, grab that. You can toss it right up here. That'll open this gate. But now you're going to want to collect it from the top. So if you come... I guess we can go up this way. I suppose it doesn't really matter how you get up there. You just have to make it back to the Nornir chest. From here, we can jump across. Oh, there we go. Jump across. And you can collect it from here. Jump this way and deposit it in this one. And then we're going to make our way over to that one, and then obviously up to that one, so... But before we go, we have to make sure that this rune lines up with the Nornir chest, so we're going to jump back across. There we go. So you can see we need, like, the little Z, we need the flag, and we need the R. So, let's take a moment here, wait for it to become the flag. There we go, grab it, and you can actually deposit it right here to make it easier to get over there without having to run too far. Alright, so we have both the Z and the R next. Come over this way. Grab it. Deposit it here. So let's wait for the Z. There it is. Grab that. Come here immediately. You should have enough time. Get to the top. So we have to wait for the R. Grab it. Deposit. And that is it for the Nornir chest. Let's go and grab it. Alright, so we still need to use this Hellwinds. So from the Nornir chest, quite literally just look up and grab it. And then turn the corner, and right here, we can deposit it kind of from the top. I don't know if that's really meant to be how you're supposed to do it, but works for me. Then we can fall down, snag it, and the other one is right here. And the final bit is to come here, grab it again. You can barely just grab it from there, drop down, and throw it into this for a legendary chest. Okay, so we're ready to head off yet again, grab the boat.
I guess we should keep an eye out for other spirits.
So now, just so you have some reference of where we're going, we are heading to the Volunder mines, which is the second-hand soul thing. So yeah, take your boat over there, and I'll meet you at the dock. All right, so here we are arriving at the dock. Now, once you're up at the top of the elevator, head to the right, and you can grab another gateway. After you grab the gateway, look skyward as you can hear a raven flying above you. Go ahead and snipe him real quick. Make your way forward, and you're going to squeeze through this gap right here through the wall. Obviously, there's a coffin here, but more importantly, make sure you grab the lore marker here.
Hold on.
So, the more that you explore forward, eventually you will find Brock and his shop here. Go ahead and upgrade anything that you may want or need.
Now you're talking.
All right, once you've had your fun at Brock's shop, personally, I got some nice upgrades. Turn to the right and grab this lore marker.
Can you read it?
Eventually, you're going to make your way through this gate here after you kind of drop down into an area, and there's like a little tunnel and everything. You're going to make your way through the gate, head on forward, and turn right. You have to fight an enemy or two up here. But you're going to want to head down this chain so you can grab the coffin after the fight and then pick up the treasure map right here.
Over here.
All right, so after you beat the boss in this area, make sure you grab the goodies, but most importantly, grab this alchemist ring as we are going to need to bring it back to Brock.
The alchemist.
Once you've grabbed everything from here, before you make your way out, head on over to this legendary chest. Once you've grabbed this legendary chest, turn over here and boost Atreus up, and he'll kick down a chain for you. Once he knocks the chain down, climb on up, and make sure you grab these runes right here for your final lore marker of this area.
What does it say?
Sir.
Okay, now make your way out of the mines and head over to Brock, and we can complete the quest, or the favor, rather.
You're alchemist.
So just wait a moment, and he will give you another favor to start.
What do you want, dwarf?
Okay, so make your way back to the boat after you're finished with Brock. We have to make a quick pit stop real fast. We actually have to go back to the Raven. What is it? Cliffs of the Raven. So kind of backtrack your way there, and I'll meet you over there. All right, so once you land back here, you're just going to have to make your way all the way back up to the top of the island. It's really not too terribly far. Okay, so after you clear out those enemies, again, we need to grab a treasure, and the treasure from the map that we picked up in the Volunder mines is actually right here on this island. If you come over, it's right here. Dig here, and you will grab the next treasure cache. So go ahead and grab your boat, and we'll make our way next to Stone Falls. So once you're in the boat, we are heading for this island. I'll go ahead and cut when I get there. Okay, so we've made it to the shore. We'll go ahead and dock. All right, so follow the natural progression of the island until you climb up here. This is the first chain that you'll come to. Once you climb up to the top, look up here, and you can see a raven. There we go. Grab the raven, and we can keep going. Once you've got that raven and the coffin here, go ahead and turn and talk to the spirit that's sitting right here.
Me, God of Thunder!
Make sure when you're up here, after you've just talked to the spirit, that you spin this wheel to open this gate. We're going to need it for another location here in a moment. After the gate is open, turn around and jump across the bridge here. Head over to this and pull the chain down. And then you're going to want to head back over across the bridge and take that gate that we just opened. After that fight is done, head in here, smash open this chest, and then turn to your right and grab this legendary chest. After you've grabbed the legendary chest, turn around, head over to the eastern corner of this room, climb up here, and there is, that's not it, it is this one, an artifact on the ground here.
Ooh, good find.
Come back to the wheel for the gate and head back across the bridge again. This time, turn to the left, and there is a treasure map on the ground.
Boy,
Yes, sir.
After you grab the map, come over here, break this, and you have another gateway to grab. And after you grab that, turn back around, and while you're still up here, we can grab another raven. We see him off flying in the distance there. Got to lead your shot pretty good. But there you go. Should be able to grab him, no problem. Once you've done that, turn around and climb down this chain here. And then make sure that you shoot this water wheel. So both water wheels are active. That's going to be pretty important for us in just a moment. Now climb down the chain. And once you are at the bottom, you can see why we wanted to activate this wheel. There we go. Grab your legendary chest, and we are done with Stone Falls for now. We are done here for now, so cast off and
The one whose mom was killed
go
by Thor?
through the gates here to the next island.
reminder.
Go ahead and land on the dock, and we can keep pushing forward. Once the enemies are defeated, there is a lava ancient standing right here. Well, not standing, but he's sitting right here. Go ahead and attack him, defeat him, and grab his heart. Once the ancient's defeated and you've grabbed his loot, you can open that coffin, but then come over here and climb up this wall. Once you're at the top of the wall, you will meet Brock and get another shot.
What's got you all bumfuzzled over there? Get going.
After you talk to Brock, turn to the right, head over here, and grab this lore marker.
Boy, over here.
Keep making your way forward. You'll come to a spike door, and then you'll want to move through this crawl
What
space
happened to
here.
these people?
Follow the clues.
Okay.
After you come out of the crawl space, you fight a couple of enemies, head over here and grab this lore marker as well.
Here. Boy,
After that, turn around and come through here and grab this lore marker.
can you read it?
So you'll come to the end, free the boat, and you can hop in and we can press on. So ignore this dock for the moment. Instead, head over
You
to
are full of stories. When will
the
you tell one that entertains?
Trophy of Thor.
Beg your pardon?
All right, go ahead and dock here on the shore and
Well, here it is.
defeat some
gotta
enemies,
have a
grab
lead
that
for it.
chest, and we'll keep moving.
Somewhere.
So I'm sure you saw this as we were coming in, but there's a raven up above. Ooh, just missed him. Probably have an easier time getting him from here. Gonna have to kind of wait and hit him. There we go. Now with the raven taken out, we can focus on taking down the statue. You have to break these chains.
There he goes.
There goes
Is
one.
he planning on doing this himself?
And the other. And there's one up by his arm here. Kind of have to back up a little.
He looks about ready to topple over.
And then the final one is, or final couple I should say, are at the front. And there you go.
He wasn't so tough.
That is the
Gods
statue
do not
done.
fall this easily, boy.
Grab the boat and jump in, and we'll go back to that shore we
Because
passed.
that is their nature.
Go ahead and dock here, and we can keep moving on. After you defeat a bunch of enemies, come here and grab this gateway. You probably already got it if you were over here by the fighting. Then from here, you want to go along the the pier up here. You'll have to fight another enemy or two, but you're going to jump across, make your way here, and grab this artifact by the corpse. Alright, so back at the center of the camp, before you head up the stairs there is a lore marker here to the right.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
Now back towards the boats, head to the western side of the island. Jump over this, and pull this chain here. Throw your axe up this way to freeze it. And then turn, come around this way. Make your way around here. You can jump up here. And then you'll climb this wall. And you'll find a realm tear. You can recall your your axe. And go ahead and do this. After you grab the realm tear, come over here and fall down this this ledge. And then you're going to want to, you can knock this down, but you're going to want to break this wood here. And come inside and grab an artifact. Alright, so at the bottom of the stairs, it's time to make your way up now. Alright, so once you're pretty much face to face with the dragon, if you come into your goals, and you go to favors and you scroll all the way down to dragons, you'll see you have Oter's imprisonment. Go ahead and track that real quick and we will continue moving on. Real quick, before we do anything else, open up these boards and you can snipe a raven. Alright, so come to the right and climb this ledge here.
What do we do?
Once you've cleared this area out, go ahead and break this down.
The dragon shrine.
Make your way back to the dragon now. And you're going to want to head east this time. Break these crates and things, and you can grab another artifact. Oh, after I defeat some enemies. Once the enemies are defeated, come here and grab this artifact.
One more for the collection.
So now you're going to want to head over this way, kind of hugging this wall while you head up. Try to avoid the fire from the dragon, keep going, and you can see the next shrine up here that we've got to take care of. Take all the enemies out, and you can go ahead and smash this bad boy up.
It'd be dangerous to destroy the other ones.
So from here, you're going to want to head this way, across the bridge, and you can ignore this Nornir chest, at least for the moment. You're going to want to drop down here. And then fight the enemies in this area. Alright, so now that you're in front of this rock, let's go ahead and break those runes for that Nornir chest up there. So head to the left, and it's kind of, should be here.
Atreus, follow me.
Go ahead and smash that one. Now once you've gotten that, head back to the entrance of this area. And turn around, right here is another one. Once you've got that one, then come this way up to this little gate area. And you can find the final one here. So grab that, then you can open this gate. And we've got the Nornir chest unlocked. After you've grabbed the chest, turn back around and you can head down this pathway. Jump across. Jump across over to here. Go ahead and blow this up. And that will allow you to jump back across and you can grab this artifact real fast. Then leap back and go ahead and take care of the enemies in front of the big door. After you take care of the enemies, turn left, and there's another lore marker here to grab.
Boy.
Sir.
And now, conveniently, the very first treasure map we picked up, its dig spot is right here. So go ahead and pick that up, and we will complete that treasure map. Now, once you've got that, just kind of shift yourself a little bit here, and you'll spot a raven. Now, once you get the gate open here, head through. And directly in front of you is another Jotnar shrine. Once you take care of the enemies, go ahead and open this up.
Another one here.
Once you've grabbed that, take these stairs up here and you've got another artifact after you kill some more enemies. Defeat the enemies and grab the artifact. Eventually you'll find yourself in front of this coffin after you've grabbed it. Turn left and head down this corridor here. So before you interact with this lever, don't interact with it yet. Turn right and head this way. There'll be some enemies here. Defeat them real quick. Go ahead and smash this now that all the enemies are defeated.
Last one. I guess now we find out if dragons can be grateful or not.
And after that's done, you're going to want to turn around. You can open this up if you want, I guess. But regardless, you're going to want to come back through here and now hit the lever to drain the water. With the water drained, come around this side, jump down, and there's an artifact by this corpse. Defeat the enemies and grab it.
Want to see what we can trade those for?
Now head down through this, through the floodgate, and you've got the final lore marker of the area.
Boy.
Once you grab that lore marker, turn to the right, and you've got a fight ahead, so go ahead and take it. After you take out the boss, pick up all of his loot, but he's going to have a key here that we're going to grab, and that key will unlock a door for the legendary chest. So after that, come here, and you can use the key you just got. Open her up, and we will get the legendary chest through the door. So, consequently, after you open the chest, you'll get that trophy for exploring all of Veithurgard. But now you're going to want to make your way up and out, and you'll be conveniently right by the dragon. Kick this down, take her down, and you can free the dragon now and complete this favor.
Sir.
And now that we have finished doing this, we can head back to the entrance.
All the people who lived here?
Come up to the Mystic Gate, and we are going to take this over to Stone Falls. We just have to go turn in that quest that we undertook. So come up here, look for Stone Falls, and I will meet you on the other side when we come out of the gate. Now, once you come out of the gateway, head east across this bridge, and you can talk to the spirit to complete the favor.
Have you destroyed the statue? The statue stands no longer, spirit.
Make your way down to the boat and cast off, and we will meet over at the Alfheim Tower. I'll show you where that is real quick. It's quite literally on our screens there. It's right here. So we're going to meet right over here in just a moment. Go ahead off the boat, take the lift upwards. Once you hit the top, come grab this artifact.
One more for the collection.
Once you got that, turn around. Oh, it's over here. Just kidding. And grab the gateway. After the gateway, spin around and grab this realm tear here. Take care of business, and you've got another one. And then after you do that, grab the braziers here as well.
Another name. Here, Drifle.
After you've got that, call the lift, and you can head down this way to grab another boat dock, and we will meet right there on that beach. All right, go ahead and dock. After you clear the debris and climb up, face the cliff that you were just on and look up, and you will see a raven. So after you grab the raven, turn around, and right here is the first of those 3 bones that we need to collect for the Anatomy of Hope favor. After you grab the bones, turn to the right, and you've got this realm tear to do. And with that done, go ahead and grab the realm tear. After you've done that, turn around and head up this way, climb up the path, and you'll be able to snipe this from behind. Oh, as soon as he climbs up. There you go, and now you can drop down here and get the next cipher chest. So go ahead and enter through this door. And we see yet another dragon and get the next favor. Go ahead and drop down, and we've got some enemies to fight here down here real quick. So once you've made it to the shrine and you're face to face with Fafnir, turn around and head over this way into this corner, and here will be the first
your friend become a dragon, Mimir?
After you destroy the shrine, turn around, climb up the wall here, and you can grab this lore marker.
Boy.
Then once you make your exit out of this gate, you'll jump back down, same way we came in, and this time head pretty much straight onward to another shrine.
Never answered the voice.
Now, once you're back here, yet again, after breaking the first two, we're going to turn back around, come down this way, and turn the corner, jump across, and you'll climb up. Now get ready for a fight, as we've got a traveler to take care of. After you defeat the traveler, make sure to pick up his stuff, and then come over here and smash the shrine. Pretend I'm smashing the shrine. It actually got blown up by one of the enemies during the fight. But yeah, once you take out that shrine, then we can go free the dragon. And now, after you beat the various enemies, come over here and interact, and we will finish the favor. And now with this area all finished up, go ahead and hop in the boat, and we are going to head over here next to continue our cleanup. All right, so here we are landing on the shores of the ruins of the ancient. As you can see, new area has been discovered. Go ahead and grab this gate while we're here. After you do this, go ahead and fight the main baddie here on the island. Now, after the fight, go ahead and pick up this treasure map here.
Boy.
Once you've grabbed the treasure map, turn to the left and grab the cipher chest. And then after that, turn here and look upward, and you'll find a raven. And then finally, after you get the raven, run on down this way and get another one of the bones. So grab that, return to the boat, and I will show you where we're headed next. On the map here, you're going to kind of come down this way and then through here, kind of underneath this big snakehead, and the dock is right here. This is for Fafnir's storeroom. All right, so we've reached Fafnir's storeroom. Go ahead and get out, and we've got some things to do. So once you land on the island, take the elevator up, and we will move from there. Now, before you really do anything, you can turn around and snipe this raven. So you're going to make your way through a little bit of a crawl space and come out on the other side. Smash up whatever you like. And then shoot this to make the light bridge. You can obviously go ahead and grab this, but here is a mystic gateway for you. After you grab the gateway, turn, and you've got Sindri's shop here.
Could you take a look at this?
Go ahead and talk to him, and you will get a new favor.
Here, these are quite rare, you know.
Why?
So after you talk to Sindri, by the way, when you interact with him, the thing you're completing is just a labor. It's not a favor, so we're not really too concerned about that, but you will complete the labor. Then you want to snipe this raven. I almost hit it on the backswing. That would have been cool. There we go. Got him. All right, so after the shop, you're going to make your way out of another small little crawl space. So turn around, or don't turn around, but just come forward, and by this waterfall area, if you look, there's another raven for you to grab. From here, climb up and take care of the enemies. Now, after the enemies have cleared out, head up here to this Nornir chest, and you can see you got 1, 2, and I believe the third one
What's that up there?
is right here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so gotta hit them in quick succession. Grab that one, that one, and that one, and there you go. The Nornir chest is yours. Now, from the chest, there's a coffin up in there, by the way, so go and grab that. But if you look Kind of at this door, you can drop this down, but if you look even further above, there is a raven. Once you've gotten the raven, head forward to this area. You can pick this up.
Locked. Find another entrance.
But right here is another dig spot. This is the Historian treasure cache. We got this one not too long ago. So from here, you're going to turn back, and you have to go through this waterfall to get to the next area, so progress this way. Not too long after, you will reach this pedestal. And once you're here, go ahead and grab this another treasure map.
Here. Boy.
And after you grab that, you can hear it above. There's another raven, the final raven of this area. So go ahead and grab him as well. So after you go through this whole section where you're opening doors left and right, eventually you'll be able to make your way across here, climb up, and in this room you will fight another boss, and we will move forward from there. After you take down the boss, be sure to grab this legendary chest, and we can keep going. So now we are pretty much going to want to exit the way that we came. Once you're back out at the forest area, you've got another ancient to fight, so go ahead and take him out. Once you've defeated the ancient, pick up his heart and other loot, and we can head back to Sindri to complete the quest. All right, here we are back at Sindri.
Didn't happen to find that whetstone, perchance?
Go ahead and talk to him.
We found no whetstone.
And then after he's done talking, go ahead and talk to him once more and get the next favor for him.
Do you remember the dagger you gave me?
And once you are done talking to him, we finally now have enough resources to craft a full Ancients set. So it's a chest, wrist, and waist. So we'll just come in here. You can see we've got the Pauldron of the Ancients. We'll go ahead and craft that. Hopefully you should have enough hack silver for this as well.
I think that's a keeper.
Got that one. Come down to wrist. Do the Gauntlet of the Ancients.
I don't suppose you can try keeping that clean?
And then in waist armor, come down to Belt of the Ancients. And this is your final thing. It'll pop a trophy for you. I don't think the armor is really that much better than what I have on or what you probably have on right now, but it does give you a ton of elemental resistance if you want it.
Looks amazing.
All right, so we have two more places to check out. The first being Helheim. So once you're done with him, head over to this gate and teleport over to Brock's shop. All right, once you appear back here, you're going to head inside, and we are going to set the gate to Helheim and make our way back in. All right, so you're going to make your way all the way to the end of the bridge, quite literally just run straight north until you get to here, and you're going to go through this crawl space. As soon as you're through here, you're going to climb up the first wall that you see, head to the right. Oh. You can grab this, I guess. Head to the right and take this out. And then there is this raven. Grab the couple of chests here and then climb down this chain. And you'll want to get rid of this as well to go grab this legendary chest. All right, so you'll want to come back out to this area, drop down, turn around, whoop, not this way, turn around and go this way through, and then climb up this sledge and turn left, take this out, and again there is a raven. And after you grab the raven, move on in, look to the right, and there's an artifact here for you as well. Now you're going to want to go straight into this hidden chamber and ride the lift down. And now, again, we are here in another hidden chamber. Go ahead and take a look at this to grab this Mystic Gateway. After you do that, head upstairs, and there is this coffin, of course. Go ahead and grab that. Once you're done with the coffin, you can also grab this artifact on the ground.
Want to see what we can trade those for?
And now, turn around, and there will be a raven up above. Oh, there we go. Grab him. And after you do that, you can turn back around, and we are going to take this door back to Brock's shop, and then we're going to head over to Alfheim. All right, so you're going to want to follow the path, the linear path all the way out to the boat and hop on. And then we are going to be heading right here to essentially get into this hidden chamber. That's all we're here for, so head over to that, and I'll meet you over there.
Right?
So, after winding our way through, here we are at the dock. Go ahead and get out, and you'll have to fight some enemies. Once the fighting's done, from the boat, just head pretty much straight on. Come through this tunnel, and you'll have to open her up. And once you're here inside the hidden chamber again, go ahead and take the lift down. And down here at the bottom, of course, grab the Mystic Gate. After you've gone ahead and collected all of the chests, head into the Valkyrie room. And again, we are not going to engage said Valkyrie, but we're going to look up to the left and see a raven here to grab. And that will be it for Alfheim, and that's actually it for our world exploration at this point. So come back through the portal, back to Brock's back to Brock's shop, and then I will meet you in Midgard so we can continue the story. So before we get started with moving on in the story, I have a ton of experience and quite literally nothing to spend it on. I have bought all of the upgrades, besides the blades, because we haven't upgraded the blades up to level 5 yet. But I have a ton of experience, and I don't have anything to spend it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my weapons, and I'm just going to upgrade at least one, maybe both of my axe runic attacks, and you need to do this. Now is probably the best time to do it if you want to get a trophy. You have to max them out. So you have to max one out for a trophy. So I'm just going to do it with this light attack. And there you go. You get the best moves. And yeah, we'll keep moving on forward. I'm probably going to level everything up here just again because I have so much XP and I just have nothing to spend it on. But yeah, grab the trophy if you haven't gotten it already, and we can go on to Chapter 11. So once you're back in Midgard, just so we're all on the same page, make sure you're following the main quest objective again, and I'll see you in just a moment. So once you make it to Sindri's shop and you see that the elevator is no longer working, we need to head over this way and climb up the wall.
Why did you?
So you're going to come across this poison area again, and you can see that there is some winds of hell up there that we need. So go ahead and move your way through here. You should be. You'll probably need to recall the axe, hit that, and then come in here, break this, and you should be able to. Yeah, you can hit it from here, so recall the axe again, set that straight, and then you can grab it, come back this way, turn the corner, and there's a place to deposit right here. So once you move forward just a little bit, you can break this. Honestly, you probably really don't need to, but if you want to make it super easy for yourself to do this, just go ahead and grab it. Come up this way, throw it, and then take it from here, turn the corner, and put it in there for another legendary chest. Now from this legendary chest, you're going to want to turn to face the south, and head through this passageway here. If you remember, this is where we found this hidden chamber, so we'll go ahead and open her up. And then once you're inside, of course, head down using the elevator. Once the elevator stops, head over to the gateway and grab that. And then, of course, grab up all the stuff, head up to the top here, open up the coffin. Once you've done that, you can turn around and you'll spot the raven straight above. And now, once you grab the rest of the things, we can exit out the way that we came in. Alright, continue up the mountain until you get to this point where you're kind of, you have this zip line here and you can ride it down to get down there. And then climb the wall behind it. Then you're going to want to head up the steps, and before you keep going, right here is a dig spot for, I believe it's Don't Blink is the treasure map that we're digging out here. So go ahead and pick that up and we can keep going. Alright, once you make it here, you're going to want to turn to the north and head through this way. And you'll come to this this barrier. Go ahead and shoot that down. And then grab the lore marker on the other side. Oh, after you take out some enemies first. So after the enemies are dispatched, you're going to need a crystal from back over here. Just head back into this room real quick and you can snag one. Go ahead and slam this down in there. And obviously you're going to need to shoot it. And go ahead and read the lore marker. Alright, so eventually you're going to find your way back into this massive room from before. And as soon as you enter, turn to the left here. And you can take out this crystal, which will allow you to come in here. And of course, you can shoot this if you'd like. But there will be a coffin, so grab the coffin. But on the ground here is another artifact. Once you've taken care of this room, you're going to head back around and we're going to enter the hidden chamber down here. And of course, as you enter the chamber, go ahead and ride the elevator on down. And of course, once we're back in here, first things first, go ahead and grab the gateway. And then once we enter the Valkyrie chamber, look up to the left, and there is another raven. And now we can go ahead and exit the way we came in and continue up the mountain. Alright, once you've made your way up using the elevator, you'll be in this new area in the mountain, and you're going to want to get up there. In order to do that, you need to boost Atreus up here. Once you're up top, you can head over to these runes and get another lore marker. So once this door is open, you'll see that you have another wind tome to do. So turn around, head back down this way. And you're going to have to clear these brambles real fast. Alright, so once you're down here, this is a little different than we've done so far. So the wind is inside, and if you come here, you may not realize it, but this is actually like a mobile one of these. So if you walk up to it, you can pick it up. If you pick it up, you can bring it over this way to make it easier to get up there. So we'll take it from there, head around here, and you can drop it on this like platform, this like elevator looking thing. And then once it's down there, come around, grab this from here, deposit it in this one, and then once you've got it in here, climb up this chain, and we'll be able to grab it from the top, like so, and now we'll be able to run it over. grab another legendary chest. Now you'll want to continue down the main path, and then quite literally in the middle of the floor right here is another treasure map.
Boy.
Alright, so keep moving forward. Eventually you'll come through like a little crawl space with a cart that you can pull out here. Once you've cleared this room, you'll have to head this way to continue going towards the objective. And once you make it through this way, you can climb up. There is a scroll here to grab, and also this artifact on the ground. So keep going through the cave, and pretty quickly you're going to come across Sindri for the final shop in the mountain.
The adult thing would be to help you, so...
And then once you're done with Sindri, head back outside. And straight away you have a realm tear to do. Alright, take care of the fight and grab your reward. And after the realm tear is complete, turn around and grab this cipher chest as well. Alright, so start of chapter 12. Just a quick disclaimer. This part of the game, pretty much this entire chapter, anything that you don't collect here is essentially locked. You cannot come back to this area after you have beaten it. There's nothing here that is required for the trophy, but yeah, just make sure that you grab everything in chapter 12 before you leave, and then we can move on. Once you open this this large gate, make sure you defeat the traveler that's obviously attacking you immediately. So defeat him and grab his armor charge. We're going to need him. Okay, once you make your way to the boat dock here, this is pretty much the path out of this place. But before you go, there is a Nornir chest over here we should grab. So go ahead and push this block down into the water. You can see the chest there in the background. Go ahead and cross. And then there's also a smaller chest up there that we can get as well. But so here's the Nornir chest. Let's go ahead and find the runes. If you turn around from the chest, the very first one that we can get is right here, kind of along that. Go ahead and destroy that one. Then from here, you're going to want to come over here and break these brambles. You can come and grab this. And then look to the right, and you should be able to hit this with the axe. Oh, it just was a little too high. There we go. And after this one's been grabbed, drop down here, and we're going to push this back. But don't push it all the way back. We have to kind of shoot for the little gap. That's right here. Go one farther, and you should, maybe one more, I think. Yeah, one farther. And then let go. If you look through it, you can see that there's a gap behind there now, so you can climb up this, drop down, and hit it like so. And go ahead and grab the Nornir chest. Alright, so once we're here on the boat and you kind of get wedged on this tower, make sure you get off, and we've got a legendary chest to grab. So once you grab this coffin, you'll just want to make your way along the path, and then you'll come here. Now, this platform is going to raise when you hit it with the axe. Make sure you're not on the platform initially, and you can raise it up. And now you'll be able to walk through here and grab the legendary chest on the other side. Alright, so we're going to do, quite literally the very first part of Chapter 13. And then we're going to go on another exploration mission. So, come up to Brock and talk to him, and make sure you upgrade your blades and everything like that. But then, after we do this, then we will we'll go exploring a bit more. All right, once you're in the store, we have enough of the armor shards and things from the travelers to make a full set of traveler armor. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start with the breastplate.
Very proudly, you son of a bitch.
And then the wrist.
Looks good.
And next, the waist, and that will be the full set. We'll get the trophy.
Wear it with the pride.
All right, so let's begin our exploration of the world. We are going to start by heading to the Forgotten Caverns. So make your way over there, and I will meet you there. All right, so here we are at the dock. Go ahead and dock, and we can get onward with our discoveries. As soon as you hop off the boat, head over here and talk to the spirit to get another favor.
Are you okay?
So go ahead and grab the favor, and let's continue on. Immediately in this cave here is a mystic gateway. So after the gateway, all you got to do is turn the corner here, and there is a treasure map on the ground.
Look here.
Go ahead and climb up this wall, and then continue on this way. Jump across the gap here, and climb up. And before you head up that wall, turn to the right and grab the last of the 3 bones that we need. So now you can go ahead and turn around and climb up this wall. Then once you get to the top, you've got this cipher chest here on the right. From here, all you got to do is turn around quickly, and there's another artifact on the ground. And after you grab that artifact, if you dig right here, there is a dragon tier for you to grab. Doesn't really have any quest significance or anything for us, but you can go ahead and grab it and then climb down the chain. And once you get to the bottom of the chain, head over to this and light it for the second of 4 for unfinished business.
Look here.
Make sure to talk to the spirit after you're done.
Hello.
I can't remember the last time.
Once you're done speaking to the spirit, you can swing back around and head over to this Nornir chest that we're going to need to unlock. Before we grab the Nornir chest, look upward and you'll spot a raven as well, so take him out. And now, as you may have seen, go ahead and you're going to have to hit all 3 of these as they spin around. So go ahead and hit them. And the last one's a little bit more tricky. Ooh, just missed. There we go. Hit those, and then you can open the chest. All right, after you grab the chest, you can leave the island. You can take this zip line down, and we are going to head to the Isle of Death next. So let me go ahead and pull that up on my map so you know where we're heading. We are going essentially here. There's a dock like right here-ish, and I'll meet you there when we get there. All right, here we are at the Isle of Death. Go ahead and deboat, and we can explore a little bit of this island. So once you grab the coffin here by exploding the red pots behind it, you can turn around and grab this raven chilling right here. Now, once you do that, you're going to want to turn and go this way down the path. And this is going to be our first Hellwalker crew for that quest that we just grabbed. Okay, so after you take out that crew, you're going to want to climb up this way. There's a chest, or there's a few things to grab all over the place. We can't get this legendary chest quite yet, but you're going to want to make the jump over to here, grab the chest back here, and then climb up. You'll make your way out to this kind of like zip line looking area. Climb down here to get another mystic gateway. All right, then from here you're going to turn around and we have this lift puzzle to do. But before you complete the full lift puzzle, we have to grab a realm tear. So as you can see, if you throw your axe, You'll raise and lower a bunch of lifts. There is that realm tear that I'm talking about, so we need to figure out a way to get to it. You can drop it to be able to zipline over to this one. Now, if you raise it, unfortunately, it raises all the way back up, which means you can't get the realm tear immediately. So what we'll do is we'll drop down here. We'll raise this one up. I think you see where I'm going. Wait, we're going to raise this one all the way up. And then we're going to drop this one down one. And head down this way. And we'll grab our realm tear. And now that we have the realm tear, you're going to want to do the actual puzzle, which will lead us down that way to Asgard Tower. So I'll see you over there in just a minute. So after you beat the Traveler, really the only thing we need to do here is just grab this brazier, and then we're going to go back to the island of, or the Isle of Death. So make sure you can go down this way and get to a boat, and then I'll see you on the shores yet again.
Another name. Gunnar.
Why the arcane?
All right, so you're going to want to make your way back up here, whether you cross through this or you came by boat, whatever you did. You're going to be back up here, and now you're going to want to climb this wall. Now, before we hit that brazier, you're going to want to come over this way. There's a pile of rocks. Got to angle yourself, hit that, and then grab the artifact here in the corner.
One more for the collection.
All right, now we can go ahead and light that brazier and fight the enemies.
Here. Boy,
Again, make sure you talk to the spirit to get the favor progress.
what do you want?
To thank you.
After you've got that, move over and break these brambles for another legendary chest. And from here, turn around, and inside this ship wreckage on the ground is a dig spot for another treasure. By the way, up here is a coffin that you can grab. You have to climb up here, and there's some debris that you need to clear right here. But once you do that, head over to this zip line and zip line down to get this legendary chest. Now, unfortunately, from here, we have to climb all the way back up, and we're going to go down this zip line to the other aisle. So let's head over there. All right, now that you've climbed the aisle for the second or third time, you can go ahead and zip line down here to Iron Cove. All right, once you are up here, there's going to be some rubble that you're going to have to clear from the ship. It's really not too hard. You should be able to see a couple pots back in here. But once you clear all of the rubble, you'll be able to climb up this way. And once you're up here, you can look out towards this rock, and you'll see a raven circling about. A little difficult to hit. Oh, just missed him. Got to kind of lead him a little bit, but not too far. I don't think you really need to throw it higher than he is, really. There we go. And now, once you get that, we can keep going. And immediately upon entering the beach, you've got another hell crew to fight. So, just in case, unfortunately I can't show you because I actually accidentally activated him in the fight, but there's an ancient right here that's not activated. It's the final ancient, actually, that you come across in the game. If you kill him, you'll complete a labor for it, so you might as well do that. But after all of that fighting, go here and pick up another treasure map.
Here. Boy,
Now, with this area all cleaned up, let's head back up to that one wall that we skipped straight ahead here. You can climb up, and what we'll find is that there's a Nornir gate that we need to open. So let's try to find the runes for that, and then we can head on through. So from this gate, let's try to remember the symbols. We have like the inverted 3, a B, and the flagpole. So if you turn around from here, the first one is right here. We can try to throw it. That's the normal 3. That's a B. That'll work for us. Okay, let's find the next one. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and just jump down here. And then I think you can break this. Oh, no, you can't break it. But either way, there's this one here. So let's see what we got. That's the wrong way for the flagpole. That's the right way. So there's the next one. All right. And then the final one is directly behind us here. But we have some debris we need to get rid of. I believe we actually have to go on top of the ship. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's right. We have to go top of the ship. And then we're going to jump across to this side. We should be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. So we can hit that. And now, unfortunately, it's going to force us to jump down again. Come over this way. Give it a good hit. There's the inverted 3. And the gate should be open now. So we'll go through the gate. All I got to do is just, of course, destroy the debris. And grab the legendary chest. We're not quite done here yet, though, so exit out of this area. And we have our 4th and final brazier to light to take on
Might as well.
to finish the quest for unfinished business. So go ahead and light that and enjoy the fight.
Kavegya.
And then, of course, remember to talk to him, and we will get all of the unfinished business guys done.
What's wrong?
I came to this lake with a group of tradesmen.
All right, make your way down to the boat here on Iron Cove, and we're actually not going to go too far. We have to kind of go around the rock. There's another, it's hard to see here, but there's another beach on the other side of this rock. There's some dew to gather around here as well, which you can grab, but I'll meet you on the other side of the beach, kind of like right over there. So here's the cove. It's kind of hard to see, but if you come back into it, you can dock right here. And there's really only one thing we need to do here, and that is to grab the realm tier up top. So kill some enemies, and I'll see you over there. All right, go ahead and activate the realm tear. And there you go. That is it for the Iron Cove. All right, once you're back at the boat, we are headed to the Niflheim Tower right here. So it's not too far. Go ahead and meet us on over at the dock. All right, here we are. Go ahead and dock. And we'll take the lift upward. Once you reach the top, you got the final Hellwalker crew to fight, so get that done. Once you defeat the Hellwalkers, head over to the gate and grab the next gate. And after the gateway, turn right and grab the final artifact.
Want to see what we can trade those for?
Then we'll turn around and light the braziers.
Another name. Hilder.
And finally, go ahead and grab the realm tear as well. And once the combat is finished, go ahead and grab your prize. Okay, then once you're done with that, we'll head back down to the boat. But before we go, we are going to be heading right here to this little crevice. It's like a path that leads all the way back to the mines. So I will meet you in there. Yeah, just try to squeeze your way through there, and we will dock there shortly. Okay, here we go. We've arrived on the beach, and now we can begin our way through the mines. All right, there's not much of note up until you reach Brock's shop here, but before you jump down to it, grab this raven perched up here. And then you can drop down. And of course, go ahead and grab this gateway. And from the gateway, Brock's shop, you're going to have to talk to him about the quest. So go ahead and do that.
Talk to this here Reed.
All right. If you continue forward, eventually you're going to climb down a series of ladders to get into the underground part of this level. And it looks like you need to go up this way to continue. Before you do that, turn left and head into this elevator and take the elevator upwards. as there's just a couple things we're going to need here. There's this coffin, but more importantly, there is this treasure map. Go ahead and pick that up.
Yes, sir.
All right, so eventually you're going to make your way just continually through, and you'll have the primary sort of battle of the area happen right here. You're going to want to turn around, and if you look upwards, and by the way, this is the thing that you lifted up, so you climbed up from here when you lifted this thing up, but if you turn around, you can see this raven. Go ahead and snipe him, and then we can continue moving forward. All right, so go ahead. You have to boost Atreus up into this area, and he'll open the gate for you. And once he does, then you can make your way through, and you'll find a legendary chest at the end. So this legendary chest doesn't count towards your total legendary chest, but you do grab the hammer for the mission that we're on, the quest that we're on, so we're going to return to Brock to finish that. So go ahead and exit the cave and head to the shop, and we'll go ahead and turn in that quest.
You two find that hammer, or you too busy looting every keyhole and cranny?
Here, the alchemist's hammer.
All right, once you're done with Brock, then we can go ahead and we're going to warp out to Muspelheim Tower real quick because we have something to go grab over there. So find it on the list, Muspelheim Realm Tower, and warp. Now, once you come through the portal, you're going to enter into the tower, or I guess exit out of the tower. Yeah, exit the tower. And then you're going to jump down this way. Climb down, rather. Climb down, leap across here at the Jotunheim Shrine. There is this dig spot here for the treasure that we just, the treasure map we just got. Once you've picked that up, head back to the gate, and we are going to warp over to Ruins of the Ancients real quick. Alright, so as we enter the door, let's see, where is Ruins of the Ancients? There they are. Go ahead and select that one. Alright, so once you come out of the gate, we are about to head all the way up here to do family business. So I'd recommend going ahead and tracking it like I have so you can wind your way through this whole little corridor. And then once we get to the Stronghold and we dock, we'll pick it up from there. Alright, once we reach this first docking area, we can go ahead and jump off the boat and grab this gateway right here. Keep going, and eventually you'll make the actual dock where we want to be. And you'll get the other gateway you just saw there.
The whetstone.
And then come talk to Sindri about the quest, or I guess you could just talk to him and you'll get his shop.
See you out here, since you and Brock got back together.
After talking to Sindri, you can turn back around and snipe this raven. And then we are going to take the boat and we are going to head through this tunnel, and I'll meet you at the dock on the other side. Alright, so go ahead and dock here. And once you dock, head up this way, and before you jump across, you can jump up here, or climb up here, rather. And up here is a dig spot for another treasure. Alright, go ahead and make your way back to the boat once you've got everything done here. And we can go to the next area.
With me.
And once you've cleared out this main area of the next docking point, go ahead and climb up here.
Take a look at this.
And there is a lore marker for you to grab right here.
Here. Boy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once you've got the whetstone in your possession, turn around here and have Atreus shoot this. That will break this open. And there you go. I thought you had to activate it. You don't have to activate it. He'll just let you in. Eventually. There you go, and now you can grab the legendary chest. And after this chest is done, then you can head back out here. And there's a raven all the way up there. You got to kind of aim above him a little bit. And there you go. Snipe him, and we are ready to move forward. All right, grab the raven, and then you can come down this way and drop down here. Turn left and smash this. And inside is yet another treasure map.
Boy.
Once you've grabbed that, come over here and read this for another lore marker.
Can you read it?
Okay, so this is pretty important. You're back here at the gate, or you've come down from the ship. You've opened up this gate now. You want to jump across, destroy the sap that's on this door, and then come in here and open the door. And there's going to be a scroll on the ground right here, so go ahead and pick this up. And the reason why this one's so important is because we get another favor for it. All right, once you're back at Sindri, obviously we're going to go ahead and talk to him to complete this family business.
Find the whetstone, perchance.
So after talking to Sindri, we need to go finish this time heals all favor that we just got. So come to the gate. And we are going to head to Fafnir's storeroom entrance. I'll see you over there. All right, so once you exit out of the gate, I think the easiest way to do it is to just come here to the journal and track it, and then make your way over there. It's a little bit of a run, but I'll see you there when we get there. And then once you've made it all the way here, all you got to do is talk to the spirit, and that will complete the quest.
What are you fools doing back here? Come to pilfer my boots and small clothes.
We found your son.
Once you've got that all sorted out, return back to the start, head up to the door, and we are going to warp home this time. We've got a few things to clean up in Wildwoods, so find home, there it is, and then we'll meet you there. All right, once we're back at home, what we're going to do is we're going to head behind the house here. And you're going to want to clear away this bramble and climb the ladder. Oops. Clear that up and go ahead and climb. So now you're going to want to drop down this ledge and fight some more enemies, because of course. And once those enemies are defeated, turn left. This is where you drop down, turn left, and head into this hidden chamber. And of course, enter the chamber and head down, as usual. All right, at the bottom, go ahead and grab the gate. All right, once you've grabbed all the chests, head into the chamber. We have a raven to grab up above. He's kind of flying around this time. It'll be a little tricky to hit him, but you just kind of have to predict his movements. And there you go. So you've probably already noticed this this hidden chamber is different. It doesn't have a Valkyrie in it. Instead, it has a realm tear. And we are going to go ahead and do said realm tear. So go ahead and open her up. After a bit of a tough fight, go ahead and grab your prize. And there's also a scroll on the far side of the room. You can pick that up for some extra lore. And once you're done in this room, you're going to head back to the portal, and we're going to warp ourselves back to Brock's shop in Tyr's temple. And as soon as you make it out, run over to the shop, and we'll get another favor to do.
What do you want?
So after you speak to the brothers and you get that new quest, you're going to exit out the primary door and just sprint down the bridge towards the braziers that you've already lit. And then you can bypass them and head through this door real fast. And now, once we're inside, go ahead and head over to this and read the runes.
What does it say?
Yes, sir.
And then turn around and come read this one.
What does it say?
Yes, sir.
So after grabbing both of those markers, if you look up above, there are crystals here that we can shoot. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this one and this one. And a realm tear will spawn, so go ahead and activate that. Alright, after the fight, go ahead and claim your prize, and we can move on. Alright, once you're done in this room, you can go ahead and exit out and grab a boat from one of the sides here. And we are going to be heading to this island here, Buri's Storeroom. So let's make our way over there, and I'll meet you at the shore. Alright, so go ahead and dock here and clear out the enemies on the island. Then we can go ahead and grab the few things that we need. Alright, so after the island is cleared, we're going to run straight through this gate all the way to the other side of the island by where this other dock is. But right here is what we're most concerned about, is another dig spot for treasure. And then right around this area, just turn back a little ways, and there is a legendary chest to grab. Okay, so if you haven't been following the guide and you're looking for Buri's Storeroom stuff specifically, there's going to be a raven that's flying around right here, sort of like circling this pillar. We've already actually gotten it. If you remember, we were up here. I think this is Stone Falls, and we threw the axe from up here. I think it's actually a little easier from up there, but you can do it from down here. You just kind of have to lead your shot quite a bit. It might even be better to just kind of leave the axe in the wall and pull it back. But yeah, so if you haven't gotten the raven here at Buri's Storeroom yet, that would be right here, just so we're all on the same page. Okay, and then the final thing we need to do on this little island is we need to unlock the Northri gate right here. And again, pretty simple. We have these, this one, and that one that we need to hit. I don't think you have a ton of time, so let's go ahead and figure it out. Now, to get this room open, actually really to reveal this, we have a couple of steps we need to do. So we're going to head this way. And we need to get this wheel activated. And one of the things we need is this rotating gear thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this to break open the branches. And then run on back. Now we can go ahead and do this. Now, once that's done, that's going to clear up a path for us to dock here. So go ahead, grab your boat, and circle around the island to dock in that little spot. And then once you dock here, the reason we're doing that is because now we can pull this chain down, which lowers the gate. Normally you can't get through the gate to get back, but now that we can dock, we can take the boat and circle the island yet again. So I'll see you on the other side of the island once more. And now that we're here, I think it's pretty obvious what we need to do. Now that this is exposed, hit that. And there you go. The door has been opened. And we can go grab this legendary chest. Alright, once that's been looted, go ahead and leave this area, and we are going to head back up here to the Mason's channel to turn in this Anatomy of Hope favor that we've completed. And once you've landed on the island and taken out the enemies, head over to this guy, and we can turn in the quest. All right, once you've got that done, we're going to leave the island. And we're actually just going to dock here at this Mason's Channel dock because we have a couple of things to grab. Don't go across the way. Go to this one. We haven't been here yet, so head over there and we can do that. All right, here we are on the dock. First things first, go ahead and grab this Mystic Gate. All right, after you grab the gateway and you win your combat, go ahead and turn to the left, and there is the final treasure map on the ground here.
Over here.
Once you've grabbed the treasure map, you can turn to the right, and we can head up this wall here. And up here, we will see... Oh, we gotta cross this gap first. You can hear him in the background. Once you make it through, then you will find Sindri here.
Hopefully you'll find some clues about the 3 legendary ingredients inside this stronghold.
So after you talk to Sindri, make sure you turn around and you come up this way, up and climb this wall. And before you climb the second wall, you're going to want to turn right, head through this passageway, and there's a dig spot right here to grab. Go ahead and make your way back and climb the second of the 2 walls. And then you're going to go through this big door into the Council of Valkyries. All right, eventually you'll make your way down to this chain and you can just drop down here. The chain will already be kicked down for you. And now, well, this place will be a lot more important later, but for right now...
The 8 thrones.
Stop being coy, Ed. Do you know this place or not?
Grab this gateway.
Anemia, the smartest man alive.
And now, from the gateway, you can turn around. And in between these 2 thrones right here... Is it not this one? Oh, it's right here, sorry. In between these 2 thrones, there is another dig spot. We're pretty much done here now, at least for the moment. So go ahead and head on over to this gate, and we are going to warp to the Forgotten Caverns. So select the Forgotten Caverns. I'll see you on the other side. And out of the gateway, go right down towards the dock and talk to the spirit here to finish this.
Men are... They roam no longer.
That's right.
And after we've taken care of that, we'll hop in the boat, and we have one final place to explore. We're actually going to get a trophy as soon as we dock, right here at the Light Elf Outpost. So head over there, and I'll see you when we get there. Go ahead and dock, and we can pop the trophy. Alright, so after you clear things out, you'll be able to head up to the Nornir chest up here, but we can't quite open her up yet. You can go ahead and hit this rune first to start, but we have to make our way kind of through the island a little bit to unlock it, so let's go do that. You can go ahead and shoot these couple of crystals real quick, just to spawn the bridges for later, and then keep making your way up the island. Now, once you round the corner, and there will be this chain, before you slide down that, look to the right as there's another thing for the chest. And now you can go ahead and drop down the chain. So after you hop down the chain, go ahead and grab this Realm Tear. You'll want to make sure you follow this path all the way down, grab this chest, but then hit this crystal to spawn the light bridge up there. And then you can climb up. Head across the bridge. Now, in order to cross here, you're going to need a crystal for this. So we're going to turn right back around. You'll need to open this gate up. And then once you do, you can come down here and grab this crystal. And then obviously we're going to carry it all the way back up. Go ahead and drop it in place. And you can shoot it.
Interesting.
Now we are able to cross over to the other side. And once you clear the enemies and things, go ahead and keep making your way around the island. Keep jumping up. Again, make sure you've shot these 2 crystals before we head up there. And now, before you make this climb, go ahead and jump down this way, as there is going to be another dig spot here to grab. The final dig spot. Then after you've grabbed that, you can find the final rune here. So go ahead, pop that. You can open this door as well. And then we can go grab the Northri crystal. What is happening? The Northri chest. We can grab this one. Now, of course, you're just going to want to turn around and go back the way that you came, out this way. Turn to the right and head up the chain that we came down. Now we can go ahead and finally make a climb to the top of the island. And now, once you've cleared everybody out, we'll make our way up to that legendary chest. Come up this way, open the gate. And we can go ahead and grab it. So after the first one's lit, we're going to need to find a crystal for that there. So let's head around down. And you can jump down here. And jump across. And we've got this crystal to pick up. Make the long trek back. Pop that in there and shoot it. And then right above it is the third one. And that will spawn this realm tear that we can do. So go ahead and do that. And after the combat encounter, go ahead and get your prize for the realm tear. And actually, funny enough, in that encounter, I actually got the trophy for killing 1,000 enemies. So you may get it right around here. You may be a little before me, a little after me. Just kind of depends on some of the enemies and what you've killed, kind of, if you've died and had to kill more enemies, things like that. So right around this point of the game, you should be getting that trophy for the 1,000 enemy kills. Make your way back down to the boat dock after you're done. And we're going to want to dock right here in the Forgotten Caverns, so go ahead and add that to your compass, and I'll see you over there. All right, once you make it to the dock, go ahead and climb up this big wall right in front of you. Now, you probably saw him while you were climbing up, but there is a raven right here, so go ahead and take him out. Now, before you enter the tower, you can go left around this corner to grab a chest, but then turn right to get another realm tear. After you clear the fight, go ahead and grab your reward. Now, after this, you can finally go ahead and go through the door here to the Svartalfheim Tower. Go ahead and enjoy yet another fight, this time against a traveler. You'll most likely grab this tower during the fight, so go ahead and do that if you haven't. And then, of course, turn around and you can light the 7th of 8 braziers. All right, once you're done taking care of business up here, go ahead and head down this way to grab the boat. And we are going to go through one final path. We have to kind of cut in right here. If you can kind of tell, there's like this dotted black line. The entrance is right around here. So make your way there, and then we will dock right around this way. So I'll see you when we get to that dock. All right, here we are at the dock. Go ahead and deboat. And you can run up here and grab the gateway. Alright, so follow the path, and pretty quickly you're going to find this chain. You can grab some stuff in this cave, and then head up this cliff, and directly in front of you is a lore marker to grab.
Boy, over here.
Continue just a bit further, and you'll come across Sindri in his shop.
And welcome to Konunsgard.
And make sure to talk to him here.
I just want to make sure you're good and prepared before...
So leave Sindri's shop, and you'll quickly come across this fork in the road. Before you cross the bridge, head left. And there will be a coffin here. But other than the coffin, we've got a raven just beyond, so go ahead and grab him. Now, once you make it to this long bridge, before you head down, just go to the left and grab another gateway. So once you make it to the Stronghold door, we need to find 3 entry stones. The first one's on the ground right here. Let's go ahead and head down the north path first. So I will see you once we come across something useful.
What's that up there?
Not too long after you head down the path, you're going to come across this wall where we can't get up. We need to kick down that chain. So instead, head to the right and climb up this wall here. And now once you've done that, you're going to want to hop across these stones over to this coffin. And of course, you can open the coffin if you like. But if we turn around and you look all the way up there, he's pretty far away, but there's a raven right here. Oh, how did that not hit him? There we go. Eventually you'll snipe it after a lot of trial and error, but go ahead and grab that raven. And then, of course, you can grab the coffin right here as well. Once you come face to face with the dragon, you will get the next favor we need to do. Pretty similar to the other 2 dragons. We're just going to have to find the runes and release him. Before we head out, though, if you come just to the right of this here, you can spot another raven down below. Grab him. So let's go ahead and start smashing those runes. We're going right down there. So go down there, fight the enemies, and we'll smash that rune. So, of course, once the fighting is done, go ahead and smash the stone. So now, from here, we're going to want to run along this path to this cave underneath the dragon. After you clear this cave out, again, go ahead and smash this. So now we're going to want to turn around, and we're going to head down the other path from here. This way to the Northri gate. Go ahead and shoot this to open up that one there. Now we're going to do something a little tricky. We're going to grab this. And we're going to try to place this as good as we can between the 2 of them. Have him shoot them. They'll both ring, and then we hit this one. And the Northri gate is open. So keep following the path. Eventually you'll come to this bridge. You get that, you got to knock down. Once you do that, stop real quick and look to the right, and you've got a raven. This one will pop the trophy for you, but there's actually 1 more raven in this area, so we'll grab that in just a minute. Now from the raven, head around the corner here, and you've got another lore marker to grab.
Boy, over here.
And now we'll keep moving forward. Head to the end of the path, and the 3rd shrine will be there. Now, after the fighting is done, go ahead and grab this entry stone and smash the 3rd and final shrine.
Yes, the Dwarf King's reach appears vast.
I wonder what happened to him.
There's a great mystery, even amongst the
And now we're going to make our way all the way back and free the dragon. All you got to do is take this down.
The very armor you find yourself searching for.
Drop down here. You can open this gate just for convenience sake later, but then run up this way, up to the shrine, jump across, and you can set him free.
Yes, sir. Look out there.
So now we're going to go ahead and return to the southern door, or to the southern door, to the Northri door, and we're going to take the southern path. Once you drop that in there, then we can head over to the southern path. So there's really nothing terribly important down the south path other than getting the thing to insert in here. So go ahead and do that, and we'll head into the Stronghold. Now, once you enter the Stronghold, you'll have a fork in the road. Head to the right first, and you can grab this Jotnar Shrine.
Look here. Another.
Now, once you grab this, head up this cliff here, or this little jump slot. You've got a coffin. And then right above the coffin is this raven. It's the final raven of the game. For some reason, there's 52 instead of 51, but grab him, and we are done hunting ravens. Once you've done that, go back down the other path, and we'll see you in just a minute. So you're going to make it to this throne. You can access a secret passage by going over here and pushing this, and we'll get actually another favor to do once we do that. So you're going to be making your way up this hill here, and you're going to come to a path on the, or a fork in the path. Go to the right and grab this legendary chest. Then turn back around and go the other way, other pathway here. Pretty quickly, you'll make it to this building, and before you carry along up that way, turn left, as there is a Nornir chest here to do. Okay, so obviously we have to do something with this Hellwind. If you look over here, you can deposit the Hellwind here, and that'll activate this one. But if you come over this way, this one actually is a little bit tricky. This one's already activated, and if we do a Hellwind here, it'll activate a second one that we can hit. So what we're going to do to make it easier, I think, is we're going to start with the one on the left. So grab the Hellwind, come left. So activate the Hellwind, pull out your axe, let it rotate until it comes there. Grab the Hellwind again, and you got to be pretty quick. There you go. You should have been able to hit all three. Oh, it didn't count this one? Oh. There you go. And now you can open the Nornir chest. After we get that, we can go ahead, turn back around, head up the path, and if you look to the right, there is the chain to go back, but make sure you go to the right, and this is the final realm tear of the game, so go ahead and do this one real quick. And with that fight in the bag, claim your final realm tear. So now we're finally ready to return to the dwarves, or to Sindri. And we can go turn in this quest real fast. Before you run off and have to go down the path and everything like that, it's not really worth it. We'll just take the gateway and make our way back to Tyr's temple, because we're going to need to be there anyway to continue the storyline. So see you back at Brock, or rather, I guess, the brothers' shop in the tower. And once you're back, let's go turn in that favor.
You boys look right beaming.
We found the materials.
So after you've finished with the shop, upgrading and everything, go ahead and head out this door. Now you're going to want to go forward and go down the right stairs. Keep heading downstairs until you get to this door, and then move past it and go into this large circle, and we're going to run clockwise all the way around. And eventually you'll come across a legendary chest here on the ring. Go ahead and break the brambles and grab that. And once you've got it, go ahead and follow the objectives. Alright, so continue forward, and eventually you will take an elevator downward. As soon as you reach the bottom, you're going to want to spin around and open this Jotnar Shrine.
Here, boy. Another one.
So after you grab this shrine, go through the north door first, and we'll grab some stuff over there. Once you make it through the first set of spinning traps, you're going to come up to this hell door. We're going to need to borrow some hell wind from in here. As you can see, you got a couple right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this. Take it and put it in that one, and then we'll wait for it to rotate around so we get kind of like an angle. Now we can throw this back in here. We should be able to pass through, and now we just got to grab one of these. Do it where it's out of the way so we don't have to worry about bringing it back. And there you go, you can open the hell door and grab another legendary chest. I believe this is the final one of the game. Now, of course, once you make it to the first chain, go ahead and grab this cipher chest real quick. And after you do that, turn around and hit this lore marker.
Until gods grow good.
Alright, then once you're in the room with the next chain, do the same thing. Grab this cipher chest. And once you've got that, go ahead and grab the final lore marker of the game right here as well.
Leave them in peace.
So after you go through chapter number 14, you will come out here, out of the gate. And once you do so, you can light the final brazier. So go ahead over here and light this one, and that will be all 8.
Right, last one. Going to look at that. Maybe we can survive a fight with the Valkyrie now.
Alright, so after a bit of a boating section, you have to kind of climb an island here. Make sure you grab this cipher chest. It's the last one of the game. Grab it here first. And then go ahead and spin around and grab the final legendary chest of the game as well. So with that long-winded section out of the way, let's go ahead and officially travel to Muspelheim. Follow the path forward, and eventually you'll reach Brock in his shop here. And then, of course, grab the gateway as well. And from here, we can get the final Jotnar shrine of the game and a trophy for our trouble.
Look here. Another.
That may be a matter of perspective.
So when you're climbing up this wall, there's a coffin to the right. Be sure to go over there and grab that. And then we can make our way to the very first arena. So there's really not much in the guide I can do for you for this area. It's essentially just doing a bunch of trials and completing tasks. But I will say that there are 2 difficulties. So we just did normal. I just did normal for Arena 1. And then if you go up to it again, you can do hard mode. I would definitely, or you need to do both of them so we can unlock impossible mode later on. And I'll explain that a little bit more when we get there. But I'm kind of just going to skip all of this because I want you to be able to figure out all of it out for yourself. I don't think you really necessarily need me to show you how to do this. It's just combat like you've been doing throughout the game. So we can, I'm going to jump to after you've beaten all 6 arenas on both normal and hard. So you're also going to get a Mystic Gateway after every single arena, or before, I guess, the next arena. I'm not going to include them each in the guide. You'll get them as you go, but just wanted to point that out. So after you make a nice cinematic climb to arena number 6, this one's a little bit different. It's actually just a Valkyrie. Good luck, have fun with your first Valkyrie, and I'll see you on the other side. Well, there you go. That was the first Valkyrie kill. Obviously, make sure you grab your chest before you leave. So you probably heard Atreus say it. There's a whole new level of challenges. Fortunately for us, we don't have to do all of them. But what I will say is, let's go back to the shop real quick because we can actually get a trophy now that we have some more ingredients. And once you're back at the shop, come here and we can fully upgrade our blades. If you go to... Oh, right. First we have to go to buy, and then down to resources. And we can buy one of these Chaos Flames. So go ahead and do that. And that Chaos Flame will then be used to upgrade your Blades of Chaos up to the max level, up to level 5, and we'll get a nice trophy for it.
I got plans.
So what we need to do now is we need to do 3 of the impossible trials to get 3 keys to do a 4th impossible trial in Arena 6. So this is up to you, how you want to do it. I'll kind of tell you what each of the impossible trials are. You can pick the ones you want, but I'll give you my recommendations. So Trial 1 impossible mode is defeat 20 enemies without taking damage. Trial 2 impossible is to just kill the enemies before time runs out. Trial 3 impossible is to kill the enemies while they're inside the gold rings. Trial 4 impossible is to kill all enemies while they quickly regenerate health. And Trial 5 impossible is to kill enemies to increase time. Now, I think the best ones to do are probably Arenas 2, 3, and 5. So before time runs out, inside the gold rings, and kill enemies to increase the time. I think those are just the ones that have the least amount of hassle. But go ahead and pick whichever ones you want. Complete 3 of them, and then I'll meet you in Arena 6 for the hidden trials. All right, once you've got the 3 keys, you're going to come up here back to the arena for number 6. And now what you're in for, essentially, is you have to defeat as many enemies as possible before the time expires. So there are 3 levels to get, but I believe you only get rewards, and I think you have to get gold in order to get the trophy. So for bronze, it's 20 kills. For silver, it's 35. And then for gold, it's all the way up to 70. So you need to get 70 kills in the time limit. It shouldn't be too terribly difficult, especially if you've been getting used to the rotation. It's quite good at killing enemies quickly. But let's go ahead and do that, and I'll see you on the other side. So there we go. I managed to get 72. I kind of slowed down towards the end because I didn't really need to keep going hard, but it's a pretty tough test. You kill a lot of enemies early, and it gets kind of tough to kill them later, so try to save some time towards the end to get your last, 10 to 15 or so, but once you do that, pop the trophy, and we are officially done in Muspelheim. We'll head over to the shop before we go to the next area, though. All right, with everything done and ready to go, let's head out to Niflheim to visit the final realm of the game before we start our journey in conquering all of the Valkyries. So here we are in Niflheim. First things first, you can head through this fog. Take note of that timer in the top, and we'll explain it in just a little while.
Right.
All right, so here we are now getting ready to enter into this this new area in Niflheim. I'm going to show you the map on screen here, just so you kind of have an idea. It's essentially just a diamond with 2 sub-boss rooms that extend outward. There's a Valkyrie here that we're going to want to kill on our first run. That's probably the most important thing to do in your first run, is to kill the Valkyrie. However, we also need to get 500 of these Mist Echoes to unlock the center chamber. And this area is definitely a bit of a grind. You need a lot of Mist Echoes, and you get maybe 7,000 to 8,000 per run. You're going to need close to about 70,000 to open all of the chests and get the rift tears and stuff that are inside. So it's best to just not waste materials on buying things from Sindri that reduce your time in the, or gives you more time in the mist. essentially, we're going to play on easy. I think that's the best way to go. You play on easy, you kind of run around through the area, looting every chest that you can. Obviously, you're going to want to kill the Valkyrie first. Again, in your first run, that's going to be a pretty important thing to do. But yeah, I would recommend saving all of your missed echoes so you don't have to spend a ton of time here. As long as you're fast, as long as you don't waste time, and you just loot as many chests as possible every single time you run through, you should have, it should be easy enough for you to get through without having to spend money. So anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to start our way through, and by the way, the best way to do this is to just kind of go pick a way, whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise, and just loot every room as you go. Of course, stop for the sub-boss rooms, and like I said, in this first run, we're going to kill this Valkyrie as well. Oh, and I did forget to mention, the only way you get in, or the only way you get out of this area is to return back to the start or enter the center chamber. We can't enter the center chamber in the first go through because we do need, obviously we need the key from Sindri, so make sure that you give yourself enough time to make it back to the center. Even if that means you don't get all of the rooms in your first go through because you're killing the Valkyrie, that's fine. Just make sure you can make it all the way back to the center, because if you die in here, you lose all of your progress for that run. You don't get to keep anything. So make sure that that you do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and do it. So again, I think the best course of action, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I think the best way to go about this is to come into your options, go to settings, gameplay, and then difficulty, and do Give Me a Story, the easy mode for this game. It's just going to reduce your grind time by a considerable amount. I would just recommend you do it. You can put it back to regular when you go fight the other Valkyries and things, but this place will take you forever if you're constantly dying. I just recommend we get it out of the way as quickly as possible. Alright, so here we go. We're getting ready. I, again, recommend running down the left side so you can get to the Valkyrie room quicker. But again, make sure you're looting as many chests and things as you possibly can, because we need those missed echoes. So let's get into it. So one thing I forgot to mention in my intro is that the chests, as you'll quickly notice, when you open them, they give you more time in the mist. So the more that you grab, or the more chests that you grab and you earn, the better, the faster.
That must be the center chamber.
And the longer you'll be able to stay in the mist. Alright, so you may come across a Nornir chest on your journey. Look up towards the cliffs, like one up there, one here, and one there, and you'll have to be pretty good with the axe to hit all of them, but you can do it, and you'll be able to unlock it. Like so. And these are definitely ones you're going to want to open too. They'll give you a lot of reward, as you just saw there. But I am in the chamber where so if you see, this is like another hallway to another of the connected lettered chambers, and this is a sub-boss room. So the Valkyrie's going to be in this room. I'm going to make my way down there, and then we're going to take on the Valkyrie.
You're in Niflheim?
So there we go. The next Valkyrie is down, and one of the awesome parts about killing the Valkyrie is that she will refill your mist. So it'll give you time to go ahead and pick up all of her loot, and most likely even finish the entire run. So make your way through the rest of the chambers, and I'll meet you on the other side when we can craft that key. Alright, so I've made it out now. I've got 8,000 mist echoes, and we are going to head on over to Sindri for him to craft us a key for next time. Alright, so once you're here at Sindri's shop, you're going to want to go to buy and then down to resources. And you'll want to craft the Niflheim entry stone. Now that we have that entry key, we can head back into the center. And you're going to have to fight some enemies again, because you're kind of, it resets every time you go through. Alright, and once you've taken care of that and you've gotten the chests in the area, go ahead and open up the vault.
Alright, we're in.
And if you head inside, you can climb up and you'll be out of the mist.
The mist is thinner up here. That's nice.
And you've got a whole bunch of chests that you can open, so feel free to move about and do that. All right, once this place is well and truly looted, we have... So if you head over to one of these legendary chests, you'll see that they cost mist echoes. Like this one costs 1,000. The first one that you're going to want to open is this one right here. It costs 2,500 mist echoes. Make sure you open this one first, and you'll see why in just a moment. As this gives you the Eye of Niflheim, which is an enchantment, and we can socket that into one of our pieces of equipment to get free, essentially free mist resistance. And now it's all a matter of collecting enough resources to open everything else. We don't really need anything crucially out of any of the chests, but in order to get the trophy, you have to do this. You have to get all the chests, and you have to close all the realm tears. But the big thing with the realm tears, let's head over to one. So they cost a lot of mist echoes, but they also cost what is called an anchor of fog. Now, listen to me very closely because this is very important. This is probably going to be the thing that you're going to want to farm for the most during this, and you have to be pretty smart on how you do it. So anchors of fog can only spawn in the sub-boss rooms. Let me pull this up on your screen again. They can only spawn in the sub-boss rooms, rooms E and F on the map, and they can only spawn after half of the other chests in the dungeon have been cleared. So the thought process is, a good idea to think about this is to do what we just did, to go either clockwise or counterclockwise and completely clear all of the rooms of every chest that you see. And then in the second of the two sub-boss rooms that you clear, you'll have a chance to get this Anchor of Fog. If you're breezing through this and you're having no problems and you have a ton of mist time left that you've noticed at the end of runs, what you could instead do is to clear out the main diamond first, to get all of the chests through there first, and then return back to the Valkyrie and the sub-boss room, and then get the chests in there. That will give you at least a higher % chance to get an Anchor of Fog per run. I don't know if that's any faster. It might be a little bit slower, but... and then obviously you have to go through the rooms again and dodge the traps. If you're having trouble with traps, that's another thing. But anyway, we're going to need 3 of those Anchor of Fogs, and they have a pretty low spawn rate, so you're going to want to farm them as much as possible. That is a big, big key. Alright, well, on the way back to Sindri, I've actually gotten a Nornir chest to spawn here, which will give me an opportunity to explain this to you as well. This is the Nornir chest if it spawns in the central, like the very starting area where you come through this door to get to the center chamber. This Nornir chest is different because it doesn't have rooms around it, or runes, sorry, around it, but it will be in one, each main room in the diamond. So the leftmost, the upmost, and the rightmost will have a rune in it, typically. I think that's how it works. That's how it's pretty much always worked for me. If it doesn't work that way for you, I'm sorry if this is bad information, but you can find those runes in each of the main rooms, and you will be able to unlock it when you get all the way back here, obviously. So, yeah, just as something to keep in mind. But let's head to Sindri's shop and go complete another favor.
Is that what I think it is?
Useless armor?
So there we go. Last realm tear has been done, which completes Niflheim, and we are so very close to ending the game. Let's go talk to Sindri, talk about a couple things, and then we will get on to our final task of killing all of the Valkyries. Alright, so once you're back at Sindri, let's turn in the
Need a fresh
quest real
upgrade before
quick.
tackling the realm tears? No.
Hey, Sindri. Yes, well?
And after you've turned that in, talk to him again, and let's go ahead, go to resources. Then we're going to buy this frozen flame, and we are going to finish upgrading our Leviathan axe. The final upgrade, and pop the trophy as well. So now that we've got all of that done and out of the way, again, all that's left to do is to kill a few Valkyries, and then we will be at 100% done the game. We're going to start with Helheim, so I will see you over there for our first Valkyrie. Okay, now that we're in Helheim, let's go ahead and warp our way over to the hidden chamber. All right, so again, the same plan applies, but ultimately it is another fight against a Valkyrie, and they're only going to get more and more difficult as we go, so... And best of luck to you. I'll see you on the other side of this.
What should we do?
I will see you over in Alfheim for the next one. All right, here we are in Alfheim. Go ahead and warp to the hidden chamber again. And now, go ahead and take on Valkyrie number 4, Rune. Let's head back to the shop real quick, and then we'll go back to Midgard. But let's head over to Fafnir's corpse. Well, first we got to go back to Midgard, but then once we get there, we'll meet up at Fafnir's corpse to take on Gunnar. So on here, you're going to want to go all the way up to this hidden chamber of Odin. All right, here is Gunnar. Go ahead and take on the fight. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, and once you're ready to warp, head down here to this one, the hidden chamber of Odin by the turtle. Now, go ahead and take down Kara, and I'll see you when I see you. All right, once this is done, go ahead and pick up the loot. There's nothing really that we need from her, so we'll meet over at the foothills for the next one. All right, let's go ahead and warp on over to the foothills right across the way. Go ahead and take down Geardriful, and we'll be one step closer. We are set and ready to go to the mountain for the final of the 8 scattered across the world. So I'll see you in the mountain area. All right, so from the gateway, head over to this one, and we will get, like I said, the last of the Valkyries spotted across the world. There she is. Defeat Air, and we can keep going forward.
Yikes! Council, mate. Looks like this was our last one.
Aye, lad. On to the Rokstol of Valkyrs then. If you remember, it's next to the 2 oarsmen statues on the path we took to Thamur's Chisel.
This queen of yours, she is strong, yes? Stronger than these other Valkyries we have faced.
That's putting it mildly, brother.
Then we must prepare ourselves.
So, congratulations. That's all 8 of the Valkyries down. Now it's time for one final fight, the most difficult fight in the entire game. We've got the Valkyrie Queen in Sigrun up left to go. Now that we have all 8 helmets, we can go to the Council of Valkyries, place them all down, and fight Sigrun. So use the gateway to warp to the Council of Valkyries, and I'll see you over there as we really don't have anything else to do other than fight her. So from here, the Council of Valkyries is all the way up towards the top. Right here, take the warp gate over, and I will see you on the other side. So here we are. All you got to do is place each of the 8 helms across the different thrones and fight the boss. If you've made it this far in the guide, let me know how this goes for you. I'm really curious how everybody fares with Sigrun. But this is quite literally the only fight between you and the Platinum, so best of luck.
Well, we did it, I suppose.
You don't sound very happy about it.
It's difficult to be happy about anything when you're a reanimated head. I'm grateful we were able to set the Valkyries free.
So there you have it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this game quite as much as I did. I mean, one of the best comebacks, I think, you know, to come back from the original trilogy of God of War to give us such an awesome story, great gameplay. I really enjoyed this game. I hope you found the guide useful. I hope you enjoyed playing the game, and if you did, please do subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit some milestones. We want to hit 1K by the end of the year, and every single person who subscribes is another person towards that goal. And if you did enjoy the guide, let your friends know. Just let us know what you thought, because it helps us make more guides in the future. So until next time, guys, I've been Hunted with Platinum Pursuit. Join us in our Discord at discord.gg/PlatPursuit. And I will see you in the next video.
Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom.